Yo, hello everyone, and it's time again. It's that time of the month, I guess, where we are going to get our hands dirty. It's time for another round of Dungeons and Dragons Megoka edition. It's called the Violet Shroud. And what we've done last time, or what has happened last time, is that our group has gotten a new mission from Mitama to investigate a local rumor. It was the rumor that they had to investigate a park for the rumor of the 1 in a million meeting where basically it was about meeting someone you've never met before at a specific time, and then you would get linked. And our players found out that that sort of linking was literal. So now one NPC that has happened upon our group, who is at least a magical girl as well, got linked up with Michaela, played by Advents, who is, and both of them are linked in such a way that if one of them takes damage, they both take damage. If one of them gets healed, they both get healed. If one of them takes a status condition, they both take that status condition, and so on. If one of them has a really bad case of diarrhea, then the other one will also have a really bad case of diarrhea, and it's not really nice. And we're trying to get rid of this rumor now. And in order to get rid of this rumor, we have figured out that if we just create a person who everyone in that park knows or looks at, then the rumor spreader appears. And by making that guy appear, we were able to enter the dungeon, basically, enter the barrier of this rumor, and we're in this barrier now. We're able to get through one of the insidious puzzles at the very beginning of this
Yeah.
dungeon, and we then also got through another insidious puzzle after that. Well, we didn't really solve it, but at least we got through it, where was a little bit of fighting going on there. But now that we've gone through that, we've recuperated a little bit, and we're now in another room. We're now in another room of the dungeon, where our intrepid adventurers are going to make their moves again. But before we start, can you guys just very quickly remind us who you guys are in the game?
All right. My name is Adwins, and I am this lovely young lady here, Michaela. She is a magical girl who wields an axe and a shield. Her personal magic is the ability to um, detect negative emotions in an area or in a person. So very useful for labyrinths. And she's normally a loner, but not because she wants to be. Um, Well, no, sorry. It's the other way around. She doesn't like working with other people, but she knows that she has to in order to survive in this world. But she doesn't hate working with these people. Baka. And that's it.
I am Pink Noise. My girl, my one true daughter, Leia, the one with the green hair. She's a dancer. She has the personal magic of comprehension. She can innately understand things that she witnesses, things that she observes. And she fights with her kicks and with lightning magic. And she's adorable. She is my daughter. That's it.
Hi everyone. I'm Gale, and I play Ohatsu right over here. She is a friggin' gremlin who fights with a teddy bear bazooka that explodes shit, and she just wants to blast everything. So, blast, blast.
So I'm Nacht, also known as Nachtwecker, and I play Aki Kuzari. She's 15 years old. She's really shy, and she wishes to be fearless. So she becomes fearless whenever she's transformed.
That sounds pretty good. Okay, so once again, after you were able to get past that puzzle that last time, we are now going through this little path right here that you've seen, and you were just rounding the corner as you see another pretty, well, decently sized room in front of you. Leia sees it first. What do you do?
I'll just move a little forward, being a little careful. Peek around the corner, see what's going on in here.
Okay. As you step into the room, well, you don't actually step into the room yet. You're still at the entrance. Do you want to
I'm
step
just
into the
peeking.
room?
I'm just peeking around the corner first, seeing what's going on in here.
Okay, it's the room looks very similar to the very first room that you found yourself in. You do have a similar feeling in general that this room might be just generally similar to that very first room.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm gonna go check out the mirror.
A sense of deja vu, basically. So as you go into the center, you also notice that as you step into the room, on the other side of the entire room, you see the following. Once I find the right token, because I have like 300 tokens in here. You see, of course, a mirror image of yourself approaching yourself around the mirror. Now, here's the interesting bit. As you step into the room, you notice that your mirror image on the other side of the room. I can ping. Let me check. Can I ping this? It's weird, but this. Yeah, over here. This is about on the other side where you came in. But as you step into the room, you notice that your mirror image it seemed like it was stepping through the wall into the room. So on the other side of this room, you don't see the entrance that you have on your room. It's basically what it looks like.
I'm gonna go just like check the mirror out. Put my hand on it.
You touch yourself, but not in that way.
Wow.
Iroha. Iroha.
What?
Like it feels like flesh and not glass.
It feels real.
Ohatsu's gonna do the same thing, and she's gonna try to shoot right here to test.
Uh-oh.
Just over here. No one's in that area.
Aki is already running away. Yeah, okay, you shoot that, and your mirror image also shoots there and crosses the mirror, and you see that your shot hits the wall. It does a little bit like the wall pulsates a little bit, but you don't see any damage that's going through it, and your mirror image, the shot from your mirror image also passes and hits the wall on your side, somewhere around here, and looks basically the same as your shot did.
Oh, well, Ohatsu's gonna be like, hey, the last time we did magic stuff, it did stuff, and it got the people away. Do you want to try that again?
Yes.
Sure.
What magic do I even have that would count as magic? I don't even remember what I did to kill my clone.
I think you interacted with something that wasn't there, or like a person that wasn't there.
Okay, so I gotta wait. Because I think most of my quote magical abilities are things that don't interact or are not technically magic.
By the way, welcome as well, Ruelin, Cephalus, and Miss GG to the stream. By the way, as you are going around, you also notice that Aki hasn't joined yet.
Yeah, this place is really
Well, Aki's in the wall now, so I think that we have more things to worry about.
Oh, there you
so
go.
bad.
Phased in and out of the wall. I didn't know Aki could do that yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought
have 2 tokens.
I thought I heard something there.
Actually, that's a good idea. Aki, can you roll me a perception check?
Sure. Perception.
Ruelin, we are not actually that far into this campaign yet. We've basically just had our intro campaign where we just had a dungeon where we fought a witch, and then we fought a magical girl who is not good at social skills, and then Mitama just told us to investigate a rumor, and now here we are. So not a whole lot has actually happened yet. 21. Okay, so you were running up and down this path, and as you were running up and down this path, you did have this feeling that you guys are not alone. And I don't mean your mirror clones. I mean, there's something else that is somewhere around here. You get a bad feeling about this, basically.
Sense magic.
What?
I'm gonna.
Oh,
sense
you sense magic. Okay. That was a roll, right?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I think it was just a thing.
Oh, that was your innate ability, right?
Yeah, it is. No, it's just like a thing, an ability we all have.
Oh, the one that all of you have. Yeah, because
Yeah.
right. Because Mikael has an additional ability. Yeah, okay. Your sense magic. Yeah, that costs 2 soul power. Okay, good. You strain your senses to specifically look out for magic around you, and as you do that, you notice the following. You, of course, notice the magic of the other characters around you. But this time, interestingly enough, you also notice some magic coming from the other side of the room where your mirror clones are. And you also notice that there is some magic. You can't quite pin it where, but there's another magic source that seems to be very close to this room.
Hmm.
Yeah, Rulin has noticed that, by the way, I'm going to say this right now. In these shadows, I'm just hiding some tokens because it's really hard to push tokens onto the battlefield all the time. So I just put them in the darkness, and then when I need them, I just pull them out.
Yep, that's a mood.
That's a mood. But yeah, Rulin, the people playing the game don't see the same thing that I'm seeing. So just so you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, you've noticed
Well,
that magic, and yeah.
yeah, I'll convey that information to everyone naturally. Did it seem like my copy could also did a sense magic?
Your copy did also do a sense magic, yes. And after your copy was done, also turned around to the other clones and relayed the information. But yeah, your clone was indeed able to also use sense magic. And you also noticed when you did your sense magic that there was magic coming from your clone as it used that.
Hmm. This is a pretty good copy. Better than the last ones.
Hmm. Just that they came out of the wall at the beginning when you walked in.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and sense malice.
Okay, you go ahead and sense malice. That one was a roll,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's a DC 10 charisma save.
Yep.
All right. And then so that's only gonna cost 2 soul power. Let me put that in 32.
Okay.
All right. So I look for any source of malice coming from anywhere, really.
As you use your sense malice ability, you notice that there is a certain amount of malice that is coming from somewhere towards the north. You still can't quite pin it exactly because the walls seem to dampen any effects of magic that like tries to permeate it, but you still notice that there's something going on towards the north.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go walk up here, and I'm gonna start feeling the wall for anything like buttons or any loose ends.
So you're just gonna walk to the right or left and like check along the wall.
Yes.
Okay, you check along the wall. Roll an investigation check for me, please.
Mm-hmm. That's a 20.
Okay, that's a 20. That is very good. Okay, so as you feel along the wall, you first notice that on the side towards the mirror from where you started, the wall is like the exact same wall as you have everywhere else, no problem. But on the left side of the wall, you notice that the wall feels a little bit softer. The wall feels a lot softer. Not just that, you also feel like the wall. How is it right to tell this? If you like feel from right to left along the wall, you feel like the wall is going a bit further towards like there's a little bit of an inlet towards the north of about just a few centimeters maybe.
I don't know if that means like the integrity of the wall is a little less over here. I'm not sure. We should. I don't think brute force is really gonna. Oh, Hatsu.
Yeah.
It feels a little. The integrity of this wall feels a little less sound over here. Why don't you try shooting it?
Wait, over here?
Yep.
Okay. Ohatsu's gonna shoot right here.
Everyone is ducking. I like that. That's perfect. Okay, so you shoot the wall over there. Roll me for attack. How well you hit it. With advantage.
Give me a sec. Just the damage, or just in general?
Attack, like for hit. And you can roll both if you want.
So that?
Yes.
17. You're able to get a good hit on the wall. Roll for damage.
Okay.
12. Okay. You shoot on a wall, and you notice that while on the other wall that you shot earlier, you notice that the shot didn't really do anything to the wall because it's like the wall just sort of wobbled a bit. But as you shoot this part of the wall, you notice that while the wall still wobbles, your shot went a tiny bit further into the wall than it did on the other pieces of the wall, and you hear some slight cracking. And now the following happens. Leia and the NPC, Casey, see the following. They see that all the way over here where I'm pinging, if you can see my ping. It's the brown ping all the way to the top right of the room. On that side of the room, they notice that part of the wall is sliding upwards. Now, Ohatsu, please roll me a perception check.
Yep. Give me a sec. Y'all are gonna -1.
Just roll good. Like that.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh shit.
You also notice the wall sliding over there because there's sound coming from over there. As the piece of the wall over there sort of slides up, you hear the sound of it sliding up. It doesn't sound like metal. It sounds more like glibbery goo or whatever. But as you do that, you also notice that the piece of the wall that you shot in front of you, as you focus your senses on it, you notice that it's slowly changing. It's slowly changing, and you're able to perceive that the wall in front of you is sort of crumbling into star bits, like magic being dispelled. And as the magic in front of you of this wall that you have now identified as a fake wall is crumbling, you see something behind it. You see the following behind it. Oh, God. What do? I'm going to give you one turn to do whatever you want.
I want to shoot it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You shoot it.
First of all, I'm gonna move back, and then I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
She's gonna be like, "Oh shit," and then she's gonna move back and then shoot it.
Jump scare.
Yep.
Okay, you fire your weapon. Roll for hit. I'm going to give you advantage on that. In fact, I'm going to count this thing as surprised. This thing counts as surprised, which gives you advantage, right? However, if this thing being surprised, I don't think makes it so you always hit. I think you just get advantage. Let me look this thing up just to make sure. Blah, blah. If you're surprised, you can't take a move on action, blah, blah, and you can't... Oh my god, this is not helpful. But yeah, as far as I know, when you're surprised, you just take, like, everyone who gets a turn against you hits with advantage, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
sounds right.
But yeah, overall, Ohatsu's just gonna be like, "There's something over there. I'm gonna shoot it."
Okay,
so yeah, that's what happened.
I'm not sure if it gives advantage, but I don't think it matters that much right now.
Pretty certain it does. Anyway, so you fire your weapon into it. Now let me check the stats. That should be totally fine. Yeah. So you're just barely, with the 14, just barely managed to get a good hit in on this thing in front of you. Yeah, because you're kind of spooked. You're kind of spooked by what you just saw in front of you, and you almost missed the shot, but you're able to get a good hit in. Now, the rumor, by the way, once again, I have used this as the symbol for this rumor. It looks a little bit different in what you guys are seeing, but for the most part, it looks like this, right? It looks mostly like this. And you shoot this, roll for damage.
Yep. Oh.
9. Does this thing have the rage damage baked into it?
No.
Because you're not raging?
I'm not raging.
Well, okay. So,
I'll rage next turn. I promise.
you
It's a
get
free
a
action, it doesn't
good
matter.
hit in on this thing that you see in front of you, which I can already tell you is an Uasa, and you do 9 damage as you see your bear slamming into the side of this little bell that it has on top of it, and which makes the bell sort of start ringing a little bit, which now makes sure that everyone actually sees the Uasa on your side of the mirror appear. And as it does, the following happens. So the mirror, the Uasa runs forward, sort of charges forward out of the little like indentation on the side, and as it does, the entire mirror side crumbles and all your clones disappear immediately, which now also means that in theory you have the entire range of the room ready to use for you. So like the mirror in the middle is crumbled and you have like the entire room now.
Sure.
And that's what happens. Now we're going to roll for initiative. Make sure to click your character and then roll initiative on D&D Beyond. Let me check.
Solid 0 from the Uasa.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
Never mind.
Okay. Then we do this. Okay, so since everyone is still a little bit frizzled by what just happened, I accidentally closed that. Okay, there we go. Since everyone is still a little bit frizzled by what just happened, you guys are still like sort of thinking about what happened. I'm gonna give a turn. By the way, you still have a chance because Casey still needs a turn. Can she do it? No, she can't. She can absolutely not do it. But she's still pretty good for the fact that she has like -1 dexterity. Okay, so you see this Uwasa crash through the side of the wall, basically, that disappeared just a second earlier, and Hatsu was the only one to notice it and didn't notify the rest of the group, so everyone is
Yes,
still...
she did. She just said that there's something over there, and then she shot.
Oh, yeah, okay. One thing, it doesn't matter for the RP, but okay, so you did.
Yeah.
So after this thing has like sort of burst out, it immediately starts doing something. Now, what does it do? It does the following. It immediately uses a legendary action they would have used even if it didn't have its first turn to summon to its help a breakup lock. That I call it. No, not breakup lock. I mean, that's the symbol. They're actually called, what are they called? Like, I think like meeting rumors or whatever, to its side. And then it uses its actual action, its normal action, to do the following. It casts an ability called Luring Song. And what this means is that all of you guys need to do a DC 11 Wisdom save.
Oof.
Chuckles, I'm in danger.
Okay.
How unwise.
Wait, which one do I click for the wisdom? Does it matter?
Wisdom
Yes, it
save?
does.
Yeah.
There in the top left, there should be a box that says saving throws.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, whiz is what you roll.
I want to see if I can put on some music. I have no idea
Question:
which.
Why do I keep on rolling 2 numbers?
We have you have the ability to toggle advantage and disadvantage. So that you basically roll twice because that's what you're set to roll. And that's okay because if you're not rolling with advantage or disadvantage, you only care about the left result.
Okay.
If you have advantage, then you take the higher result. If you're disadvantaged, then you take the lower. But
Oh, okay.
we'll of course you'll be notified, which is when it's relevant.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, everyone so far seems to have done it, but I still need to look up the stats for Casey. I almost threw her rulebook away. Oh, her wisdom. Oh, she's gonna do fine. She's gonna be fine. She's got a lot of wisdom. Gonna do absolutely fine, and of course she does. So everyone is able to make the wisdom save. Good job. So as you see this bell thing, this uwasa in front of you, you do suddenly hear this weird melody that permeates the room and is trying to invade your mind. But with the sheer willpower that you have, you're able to not be swayed by this melody that tries to enter your brains. And yeah, that was the turn of that uwasa. It completely failed.
Mhm.
It's Ohatsu's turn.
Give me 1 second. All right, so like the asshole that I am, I am gonna move all the way over here, and then I'm just gonna give me a sec again, and I'm gonna just you know just shoot it.
Okay. You roll for
Alright.
attack.
Oh wait, I'm gonna rage too, by the way.
Oh, you're actually raging. Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh wait, so what is it again? I gotta press the beyond 20 thing, and then I go to.
Yeah, I don't remember it
All right,
either.
all right, I'm ranging now. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh,
Yeah, you sadly throw your exploding teddy bear into the wall next to it, and it does absolutely nothing.
back.
That was your turn. Next up is
Yep.
Casey. Ooh, what does Casey do? Did I give Casey any good abilities? No, I did absolutely not give her anything good. Probably to hinder you guys. Probably to make it really hard for you guys. Okay. Casey actually does the following. She uses a regular weapon attack. Ooh. Which means what she's actually doing. I think I told this guy last time. She has like this giant purse that's like overflowing with beauty items, like his handbag. And she just, it's like giant. It's like as big as, it's like way bigger than her head. And she like just chucks it at an enemy and then it explodes into a billion pieces like a frag grenade. And she does that. And she tries to chuck it towards that big thing. Let's see if it actually hits. It hits. The thing hits it right on the face. And let's see her damage. For 6 damage, I can tell you that. For 6 damage, you see pieces of beauty products exploding into tiny stars that sort of leave tiny burn marks on this enemy. Oh. And Casey looks at you guys and is like totally chuffed. Like, hey, did you guys see that? You guys see that? I know I was gonna do that.
Yeah, great job. Keep fighting, please.
Next
Stop
up
talking and just fight.
is Michaela.
All right. I will simply run up to it and give it a big swing of the axe.
Okay, roll for hit.
Yes. Give me what's good. My battle axe. It's just the one-handed swing because I also have my shield on.
Okay. Not that it matters because it's both 9.
Yeah, I
Okay, you give it a good whack with your axe and slash deep into its bones. Well, it doesn't really have bones, but whatever structure it has, you cut deep into that. You don't have
Nice.
a bonus action, right?
I do not.
Okay, good.
Nothing I want to do right now, anyway.
The next up is Aki's turn.
I will hit it too.
Okay.
And I will go to it first.
Okay, roll for hit. $24, that's a hit. Roll for damage. It rolled twice. Actually, no, it only rolled once, but for some reason it did something else. Okay, so you take your sword and you swipe across the enemy, and as you do, you see once again some just, like chunks of ethereal bits just fly off. Like you cut into sort of like the base of it, these like stairs that for some reason are not actually like made of stone; they're like made of actually like fleshy bits. And you notice that you got a really good fucking hit in. Good job. You still have a bonus action.
Okay. Then I use the chains.
Okay, roll for hit.
Okay.
Raz?
You actually hit. Oh, I didn't even see that you rolled yet. I thought it was still the old roll. Okay. You're able to hit once again, and you. Oh my god, that's such good damage. How do you do so much damage? Oh, you rolled maximum. That's why. That's pretty darn good, man. Okay, so you once again. Oh my god, those chains are actually a lot more powerful than I ever gave them credit for. They absolutely fucking slay, man. So once again, you carve more pieces of the stairs. You got like 2 stairs leading up to the bell at the top. One of those stairs is completely fucked already, like leaking soup out of it. But apart from that, it's still looking quite fine. Like the rest of the body, I mean, it's looking still quite fine. And next up, we have Leia.
Yep. I am gonna kick some lightning at it.
Okay.
Come on, boots.
Okay, that's another hit. Oh my god, you guys are actually rolling pretty. Yeah, last time you guys rolled so terribly, and now you're actually rolling totally fine. Okay,
Yep.
so that is how much damage? That is 12 total damage.
Plus another 4 from my
Exactly, so that's 16
magical
damage.
durability.
Okay, how much is it again? 16? Yeah.
Yeah, 16.
You throw
And-
your lightnings into it, and you do it with a bonus attack, right?
Yeah, I'll do my bonus one too. Why not? Why not? So only 2 that time.
Okay, and you strike once with your boots, you strike twice with your boots, and you notice that your hits hit so goddamn well that you already see like as the electricity surges through this uwasa, like big click, like wounds open up across the body of this uwasa, and it's already looking pretty darn fucked already, and you're kind of surprised, thinking to yourself, man, this is such a big uwasa, how can it already be having wounds this deep? But
And much like Ohatsu, I'm just gonna move away.
yeah, maybe it's just because you're so strong. Next up is the uwasa itself. Okay, it does the following. It says fuck it and does 2 actions in 1 turn by using a legendary action. And if I look at the right sheet, it uses once again Luring Song. Everyone do a DC 11 Wisdom save.
Ah, so that's what it was.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Shit!
barely.
I
Don't
was
you need
like,
to be
yes,
a
I
lo-
just barely made it, then realized that was the wrong person.
Oh, I hear the dogs barking in the other room.
Okay.
That's the luring song. The barks.
Yes.
Doggo.
Doggos.
Aki is still missing. Okay, you still win DCs if you're exactly at the DC. Okay. Just need to make that sure. Okay, and that's an 18. Okay, let me roll for Casey as well. Oh my god, all these rolls are so fucking good. Casey rolled so good already. Like, I have had Casey roll like 4 different times. She's completely done it so well every single time. By the way, could it be
You're so
that I
proud of your
skipped
daughter.
Casey? Oh no, Casey was surprised because she actually failed her check and was completely dumbfounded. So yeah, Casey might not be the most helpful character, but that might have been intentional. Oh no, actually no, she attacked with her purse, yeah. That's right. No, she was actually fine then, never mind. But she could have been way better. Like, the thing is, I gave her mostly, like, utility spells and, like, no attack spells. Because it's kind of like how, if you have a character, like, a player, rather, who is new to D&D, and you ask them to make a spellcaster, they'll probably get way too many utility spells and no damage spell, and then sort of forget about it. Or they get only damage spells and sort of forget that outside of combat they can't do shit. So actually getting a good balance is something that new players are totally shit at. Anyway, so she also completely does her check. So only Leia is not able to withstand this melody as it gets into your brain, and you're not like, you don't have the mental fortitude to overcome this song. And what it does is the following: this luring song forces you to walk towards the Uasa with your maximum movement right now.
Alrighty, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, I was hoping it would be
You're
so
basically
far.
right back.
I was hoping it would be so far that you get opportunity attacked, but sadly it isn't. Okay. It does move you next to the other rumor, which is great because that rumor is better if you're next to it, because you know there's like this. If you guys, in case you guys forgot that these rumors, they have like this aura around them where if you are next to them when you start your turn, you basically have to roll or get restrained, which is great. And they also have like an AoE stomp, like just a reminder what they did last time.
Oh, those.
You're also now charmed. You have been charmed by this Uwasa, which means the following to all the people who are new to D&D, knowing what charmed is. Charmed basically means you are not able to do any hostile action towards the one that charmed you. So Leia is now unable to attack or do anything hostile towards this Uwasa now. And also the Uwasa, if the Uwasa does any sort of social interaction with you, I don't know how it would do that, but if it could do a social interaction with you, it would have advantage against you as well. So yeah, that was that. You guys are doing pretty well. However, that was only one of its abilities. Here comes the second ability. Ooh. It also does... Oh, it's perfect. Oh, let me check what the actual range of that is. I might be... Oh, I might completely fuck you guys over so hard now. Let me check. It's a 30...
Brazzers wants us all to die.
Oh my god, it's a 30-foot cube. Ooh, 30-foot cube. That's enough to get everyone in it. Oh. Everyone except Ohatsu. Okay, so...
See?
Classic.
Here's the thing.
Ohatsu.
Pink will probably gasp now that I say this, but this thing is casting Hypnotic Pattern, which is one of probably the best control spell in the entire game for how low level it is. Okay, so it does the following. In a 30-foot cube that I think I can mark. Okay, I'm not gonna mark it exactly, but it like centers it somewhere around here in the middle of you guys and goes like 15 in one direction, 15 in the other direction. It's like exactly enough to get all of you guys in it. You all of you suddenly see these bright lights in front of your head, like Hypno Frog is appearing in front of you, doing sort of like Hypno weird eye thing with you, and it does now the following. All of you need to now do a wisdom saving throw at DC, what is it? Let me check.
By the way, including me, did I also get hit?
Not Ohatsu. Everyone but Ohatsu
Okay.
needs to make a DC, how much is it? It's like
Isn't it
15. 10? DC 15. Well, it depends on the wisdom of the casting ability of the Uwasa.
Leia.
So it's DC
No.
15
Leia.
saving throw.
I was so close.
Damn.
Okay, so it's still Aki wisdom saving throw, and I need to roll one for Casey as well. But Casey is fine. She's got good rolls. She actually does have good rolls. She exactly makes it. Oh, she rolled a 15.
Oh no. We're all gonna die of being
Except Ohatsu.
charmed.
Okay, so all of you see this weird flashing light pattern in front of your eyes, which does and you try to overcome it with your willpower, which Casey does, because Casey, you can't dazzle Casey. The only thing more dazzling than Casey is her sister, and other than that, nothing is more dazzling than her, and she just shrugs it off. But all of you, you're taken in by this hypnotic pattern that you see in front of you, and what this does is you are all charmed. So Leia is not double charmed, which doesn't exist, but you're like double charmed. Michaela is charmed as well. Aki is now also charmed. Also, you are all now incapacitated, which means you are not able to take any action. You basically just stand there with your eyes swirling around, going like, and you basically can't do anything anymore. Which is pretty cool. So yeah, all of you have been incapacitated, and you can't repeat the save. You're just now hypnotized for up to 1 minute, which is 10 rounds, which is why Hypnotic Pattern is fucking great. So yeah, that was the Sphinx's turn. Ohatsu, you're next. You're the only person who can do something other than Casey.
Okay, so Ohatsu, since she dodged that, she's looking at all these people, and then she's like, "What the hell are you guys doing? Why are you kind of just staring around?" So she sees that Leia just walked to her death, basically, and is gonna move over. I think. Wait. Sorry, I'm just losing track. Like right over here, and instead she's gonna shoot this one, right here.
Okay. Roll for hit.
Yep.
Okay, that is sadly not enough.
She is whiffing it today.
She is absolutely whiffing it. Once again, just knocks it into the wall. You're so used to shooting walls that your subconscious just wants to shoot more walls, but it does nothing, sadly.
That's gonna be her connect when she gets into the game to shoot walls.
It makes the enemy evade your attacks when you connect. That's incredible. Next up is Casey. But before Casey is up, there's another legendary action, the third legendary action, I think it's the last one, that this boss has. It does the fun, by the way, the music ran out, I should make it go repeat. There you go. It was 10-minute music. Okay, so it uses its last legendary action to summon another rumor, and this one is actually going to get a turn very soon, hopefully. Oh my god, where is it? You know, I have folders. Why the fuck do I not open my folders? And it just appears. Actually, yeah, it can appear right there next to Aki because Aki can't do anything about it. It just appears right there, gets summoned by the magic of the Uwasa. By the way, you can kind of tell that every single boss in this game is going to have like summon minions because that's just what they can do. That's just, you know, Uwasas in which they can just do that. So yeah, and this is just weird. So I'm going to have to give it a turn. But I can already tell you, next up is Michaela, who is currently staying into the air, not able to do absolutely anything. But what is Casey gonna do? Is Casey actually gonna be able to save you guys and like get you out of this nightmare? Well, let me check. Okay, this thing is actually getting a turn way late because it's absolutely terrible. Let me just do something here. Okay, so Casey sees now this new rumor that has appeared in front of her. She no longer has a clear shot at the boss, so instead she just want to take a shot at this rumor in front of her. But you know what? Last time against this rumor, she used this amazing spell that she had, and since she had last time used Mitama's special potion to regenerate some spell slots, she's going to use another spell ability, and she's going to once again use Earthen Grasp. She sort of channels some energy and makes out of the ground this earthen hand that appears and tries to strangle this rumor in its hand. Which means the thing must make a strength saving throw as it tries to struggle against this earthen hand. Oh my god, the thing has a lot of strength. And it makes the save. It just doesn't get phased by it at all. And Casey sort of looks at that and goes, well, you know what, can't win all the time, you know? And that was a turn. Next up is Aki, who is sadly incapacitated for 9 more turns. Next up is Michaela, who is incapacitated for 9 more turns. Next up is Leia, who is incapacitated for 9 more turns. So sorry, guys. And now we finally, now that they've been summoned properly, now these rumors are getting their turns. And we have this rumor in front of Leia, who, first off, Leia has to make a check, which I don't think you can do if you're incapacitated. I think if you're incapacitated, you fail all strength checks, right? Or dexterity checks. Let me check. Incapacitated. But I'm pretty certain you just fail all strength and dexterity checks if you're incapacitated, as far as I know. Because how would you do that? How would you make that check if you can't do anything? Can't take actions or reactions. Yeah, it does nothing else actually, apparently. But your speed is also 0, and you're also charmed. So, okay. It's not gonna give you. It's not gonna have advantage. Okay, don't worry about it. It's not gonna have advantage. But Leia is still gonna have to do a check to sort of evade the aura while you're incapacitated. It sounds weird, but it is a DC 10 strength check. Okay, Leia, run a DC 10 strength check.
Ouch.
Okay, your body is not able to withstand this I think you call it aberrant ground, this ability, this aura around this rumor, which reduces your speed to 0, which it already was, but it also now makes this rumor's attack more effective against you because it's now going to stomp, and the stomp has advantage against you if you got hit by that ability. So the thing stomps into the ground and does the following. Oh god, why is it so hard to do this? It misses. It had advantage against you with a +5 to hit, and it fucking missed. What?
Wow.
That is absolutely absurd. I mean, you're incapacitated as well. You can barely move, just standing there being like, ugh, and this thing still misses you. What an amazing ability this thing has. So yeah, it just stomps the ground, and you just are completely unfazed by it as if nothing happened. Wow, oh my god. Okay, next up is the other guy. This one definitely is going to do a better job. It's going to move over here to also have Michaela in the range. But because it started its turn there, Aki, can you please do a strength saving throw? Just roll a strength saving throw. By the way, me over-explaining things is just me covering for when I need to look shit up. Okay. Your body is able to withstand this this aura of fetidness around this rumor. And it's still going to stomp now, but it's not going to have advantage. It first tries to hit Michaela with the stomp, which hits, and it tries to hit Aki with a stomp, which crits. Ooh.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, Casey doesn't like this either, because Casey can already tell that she's going to take a whole bunch of damage from this. Okay, so the stomp. Ooh. It is a 1. So, Michaela takes max roll. Wait, what's the one? Oh no, that shit. Not sorry. That was not a 1d10. That was a 1d20. That was terrible. Max roll on 1d10. No, you take 11 damage, Michaela. As while you're still staring absent-mindedly into the sky, you suddenly feel your legs being crushed by the stomp. You take 11 damage, and Casey suddenly feels her legs collapsing as well, as she also takes 11 damage. And she sort of goes like, what's the big idea? Yeah, she doesn't like that. Now,
I mean, I feel like I take 11 damage every time I step on a Lego, so I understand. So it's okay.
So the crit rules that I used was it max roll? Let me check. I can actually check in my settings which crit rolls I used. Because which crit rolls I used might be life or death now for Aki. Let me check. Oh, I used perfect rolls. Yeah, I used perfect rolls for crit rules. So, Ooh, well, okay, so
Oh.
Aki. Aki notices the following. Aki stares absent-mindedly into the sky, still hypnotized by this hypnotic pattern, and as she's staring into the sky, the following happens. This minion stomps the ground so hard that bits of ethereal ground slam against your legs, slam into your lower body with such a force that it basically breaks the bones of your lower half of your body, and you immediately fall to the ground. You are at 0 HP and you are unconscious.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Rip. Rip, rip, rip.
How many turns are we incapacitated again?
10 turns in total.
What the fuck?
However, I can give you guys a hint. Pink probably
You
knows
took
this.
damage. So I think you're no longer charmed if you're incapacitated if you took damage.
Okay.
It doesn't specify this actually. It doesn't specify that you get freed. But yeah, if you're unconscious, you get freed, of course. So
If it's the spell Hypnotic Pattern, that breaks it if you take damage.
Yeah.
it should,
I was just reading
right?
it. It says the spell ends
Oh,
for
yeah,
an
okay, you're
affected
right,
creature
you're right.
if it takes any damage.
You're right. But so far only Aki has taken damage. You're right. So far only Aki has taken damage. I was going to say that Aki definitely was going to be freed from it. Oh yeah, Mikhail also took damage. You're right. You took 11 damage from that. You're right. So Mikhail is also freed from the effect of Hypnotic Pattern. You're completely right. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, no, I was going to say that, and I was going to say this earlier, but I wanted to run. Now that we're like past the first 2 sessions, I was gonna allow you guys to make mistakes. But if this was like the first session, I would have told you guys this info earlier, because I would have just told you guys like, by the way, Hypnotic Pattern is a concentration spell, which might have clued Ohatsu in about something, because concentration spells can break if the caster takes damage. So if Ohatsu attacked the Uwasa, it could have broken the spell immediately.
Well, Ohatsu is a big dum-dum, so
That's also true.
shit out of luck there.
That's also true. But the thing is, you guys wouldn't have been able to know that anyway. Like, if you're fresh to D&D, of course, you wouldn't know that it's a concentration spell. But just in general, there are ways of countering certain spells. Like, if a spell sounds really goddamn overpowered, chances are it's a concentration spell. And concentration spells can potentially break if the caster takes damage. Just a heads up for the future. But you're right. This one also breaks when you take damage. So both Aki, well, unconscious, and Michaela are now free again from the incapacitation. But Leia is still incapacitated. But now it's the Rumor's turn again. The Rumor's has another turn, and it still has a bunch of spells that I've given it that I thought it was not going to use. It's now that it saw that Ohatsu is firing bears around. I mean, you didn't do a good job actually hitting it, but the thing doesn't like to explode. It really doesn't want to explode. So that's the following. It casts Hold Person on Ohatsu. A Hold Person is a really cool spell. What it does is it tries to paralyze a singular person. Okay? So in order to not be paralyzed, you are now going to have to do a wisdom save, so that your mind is trying to resist the paralysis. Roll a wisdom save.
Lol.
Ooh, and it's DC 15, so you're actually able to make the save.
Nice.
You're able to, so you notice these like waves of magic that form around you and try to constrict your body, but you just sort of go like, I don't know, as if you could do that, like no worries, and you just sort of shrug it off and sort of make these waves of magic dissipate as if it was nothing, even though it was kind of close. So yeah, that was the thing's entire turn. It uses all of its legendary actions. You can kind of tell that the game plan of this enemy was to summon a bunch of minions and then like CC all of you guys, which so far has kind of worked, but I already told you guys that this thing is bleeding pretty hard, so yeah, okay, let's just continue from here. Now next up is Ohatsu.
Okay, so she notices that, it was trying to do some sketchy shit to her, so she is going to
Do some sketchy shit back.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't like exploding? Well, I'm gonna try to friggin' shoot it again. I'm gonna friggin' try to shoot it again.
If it adjusts your thinking, Gull, Barbarians have an ability called Reckless Attack, where you can have advantage on your attacks, but attacks against you will have advantage.
Do I actually have that right now?
It's a level 2 ability,
Yeah, it's
so
level
you
2.
should.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you want to do it?
Wait a sec. Sure. How do I do that?
You just tell me that you want to do it reckless. That's all you do.
Oh, okay.
And then you just roll
Sure.
normal. You should be rolling twice
Sure,
anyway.
I'll freaking do it anyways. I'll do it right now.
Okay.
All right. I'll shoot the motherfucker.
You throw
And by the way,
Okay.
she doesn't know about the whole if you shoot it and damage it, then it's gonna that thing. She's just doing it because fuck this thing.
Yeah, I would expect that anyway.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was just telling you guys that just in general for the future, the more sessions we have, the less I will give you sort of this like background information, and the more I will just have you guys do stuff. And if you guys did do something absolutely terrible that fucks you over, I'll just let you do that. But for now, at least, I wanted to give you guys some more information, especially because we have like at least one person who is new to the game and might not know about concentration spells. But yeah, really powerful spells usually are concentration, and concentration spells can end when the user takes damage. So yeah, you throw all caution to the wind. You just say fuck it, and you do this really reckless attack, as it is called, and which gives you advantage. Sadly, even with advantage, you still fucking miss.
Yeah.
You shoot the bear with extra speed. It's even faster than you've ever shot a bear, but it still just goes right past it. Like, you try to shoot the bell in the center of it, but it just goes right past the bell into the wall behind it. It's a really big explosion, but it just looks nice, but doesn't actually do any damage. Next up is Casey.
Ohatsu just says fuck.
Casey just goes, oh shit, as she sees Aki sort of drop to the ground, which she thinks is, not a good sign. Not a good sign that we're actually doing good in this fight. Might be a sign that we might actually be losing this fight. And, however, she thinks about all the spells that she has and realizes that she doesn't really have any good spells. So, what she does instead is she does the following. She rushes forward to this spot, into the range of this thing, but she's kind of dumb, so she does it anyway. And she tries to stabilize Aki. Stabilize basically means that your counter, that you have like 3 turns until you're forced to heal yourself, which magical girls have. In normal D&D, you have like 3 turns, or like in general you have to roll death saving throws. And if you're stabilized, you no longer have to roll death saving throws. Like, you're not in any danger anymore. So she's basically like trying to give you first aid that stops you from dying, which in this case basically just means if she's successful at giving you first aid, you don't have to sort of like use your magic to heal yourself, right? That's what she's trying to do here. And this is basically just her trying to give you first aid. Let's see how well she does, because she has to roll on medicine. And I can tell you, she's not that great at medicine, okay? But she's trying to do it anyway. She's trying to give you a medicine. Actually, no, that's... Where is it? Right here. That's this, like wisdom, right? Okay, so he's trying to give first aid to Aki and completely fucks it up. She's trying to stabilize Aki with the little first aid that she knows, doing like the safe position where you don't hurt yourself, and like trying to check the body. But she, like, as she tries to give you first aid, Nacht, she sort of realizes there's just no fucking idea what she's doing, and it does absolutely nothing. She just like touches your body a bit and goes like, "Can you please wake up?" No? Okay. I did what I could, and she looks up. I did what I could. That's all I could do. Well, yeah, that was the entire action. She fucked it up. Okay, now it would be Aki's turn, but since you're on the ground, you have this counter that I've set with Magical Girls, where 3 turns after you've gone down, you are forced to heal yourself with your soul power. And this counter is now going down to 2. Michaela, it's your turn.
Alright. So I am no longer charmed, at least. I'm gonna be leaving. If I move, I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna go ahead and swing at this thing again.
Okay. Roll for hit.
Attack. It's the battle axe. Oh.
You try to swipe at it, but as you try to swipe at it, you still remember that time that you were charmed, and those lingering thoughts still make you pity this Uwasa in front of you, and this little bit of pity makes you miss your attack.
Yikes.
Next up, it's Leia's turn, who's still incapacitated. That's kind of sad. So which means it's now the turn of the rumor in front of you, who, well, if this rumor hits you, you're gonna get knocked out of it, okay? It's going to, once again, try to exert its aura on you. Roll a strength saving throw. DC 11 or something. DC 10, yeah. Okay, your body withstands the ability of this aura, which means that this attack will not have advantage against you. And it is a critical fail. This thing slams into the ground, trying to create shockwave that would hurt you. However, it does that in such a terrible way that instead of slamming into the ground to hurt you, it slams itself into the ground and hurts itself. I'm gonna roll an attack against itself. What a terrible fucking attack.
I am so good at dodging that I don't even have to move.
You're incapacitated and you still dodge. That's incredible. It does 11 damage to itself as it damages its entire lower half of its body as it slams into the ground. What a fucking idiot. You don't notice this, Leia, because you're still sort of hypnotized, but everyone else notices this, except Aki as well, and just sort of like points finger and laughs like, ha ha! Okay, now it's the other minion's turn, who now feels like, hey, it's pretty cool that this other character just walked into range of me. Isn't that great? And the cool part is, if it hits both of you, it's going to do double damage to you guys. So
Yes.
it once again tries to exert its aura, this aberrant ground that tries to gnaw at your bodies. Both of you roll a DC 10 strength check.
Whew.
Let me see if...
Nice.
Oh, you just barely make it. Let me see if Casey makes it. So Casey is very, very weak. I mean, she's pretty young. She's like, what, like 14 or something? 13 maybe? She rolls a critical success. Oh. She rolls a critical success and her body suddenly looks like it's made out of steel and withstands the full might of this minion's sort of aberrant aura that it has around itself. But now the minion still wants to stomp you guys. And so first it tries to attack Michaela with the following. It's a hit. And it tries to hit Casey. Is that a hit? It's not a hit, because Casey has mage armor, which makes her have 2 more AC, which is just barely enough to not get hit by this. So Casey is able to sort of dodge roll out of the way of this attack, while Michaela gets hit by the stomp for 9 damage. As your legs once again get pulverized by sort of goo and ground and sort of just hostile magic shooting into it. Which also makes Casey suddenly look really terrible, because she gets hit by this as well. And also goes like, Michaela, what's going on? What's going on, Michaela? Michaela just says nothing.
Silence.
Like, no, I glare at her. Like, not my fault here. I'm trying my best.
I've been dodging all these attacks. And next up is once again the turn of the big bad, who hasn't taken any damage in 3 turns somehow. Which is incredible. Okay, so this thing has its turn again, and what it does is the following. It just once again tries to hold person no Hatsu. It just really wants to do that. Okay, so...
I mean, I'm not really the biggest threat right now, considering the fact that I literally missed every single hit in this entire...
Yeah, but it's still fucking scared, because it saw so many explosions. It's like, man, if that explosion hits me, I'm gonna be fucked. So it's like, no, I need to stop that person over there. Also, you look really angry. It doesn't like that. You look like really scary over there. Okay, so hold person, so you need to do another wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Before I do that, let me just post something real quick in the stream chat.
Okay.
Real quick.
Is it
This
you
is-
shooting the wall?
No, this is what it basically sees.
That's exactly what it sees.
All right, there you go.
Oh my god, you fucking make
Very
it!
nice.
You have a -1 and you still make it twice. What the fuck? We have the will of steel.
Start fucking rolling your attack rolls using your wisdom instead of your strength.
I wish. I fucking wish.
You're not even Frenzy yet. I think Frenzy Barbarian actually gets advantage against any effect that can charm or something like that. Okay, this is a paralyzed, but if this was a charm, like I think you get advantage against charm if you're a Frenzy. By the way, do you know yet if you're gonna be a Frenzy Barbarian or not?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, like at level, I can like once again for everyone who's might be new to D&D, at level 3, every single class gets to choose a specialization, which might be important for Aki as well. Like you have to choose a specialization Nacht, which basically means you have to say, okay, I'm going to specialize in this kind of fighting, or I'm going to specialize in this kind of fighting. Basically, you can specialize in being defensive, or you can specialize in being aggressive. For barbarian can choose between becoming a caster, like you actually get magic spells as a barbarian, like a totem barbarian, or you can choose to be a frenzy barbarian. And frenzy barbarians are like they can rage twice. Where like I'm raging, but I'm gonna rage even harder. And when you rage even harder, you become a fucking killing machine that gods fear. But if you ever stop killing for just a single turn, you get exhausted. And exhaustion is probably the worst effect in the entire game. So it's like 5 times the risk, 5 times the reward. That's what Frenzy Barbarian is like. Anyway, now that this thing has tried to hold person again, and for some reason, even though your wisdom, your willpower is not actually that strong, it still is not able to restrain you. The magic that it sends out against you just evaporates against the sheer might that is the rage of Ohatsu. Next up, it's your turn, Ohatsu.
I'm just gonna keep shooting this thing.
Nice.
Because it keeps fucking trying to do shit to me. Finally!
Yeah, you actually hit for once. Nice.
Your anti-evade finally works.
Yeah.
Yep.
You throw your teddy bear into it, this time actually hitting the bell as you think to yourself, nice, and do 14 fire damage as it's engulfed in fire, and it's you notice that it's not looking that great anymore. It's got like burn marks, it's got like wounds, seeping ethereal oil that sort of spews out. It still has some power of integrity, like it's not gonna fall apart in the next few seconds, but you notice that you have done some pretty good damage against it. Next up is Casey, who sort of goes like, you know what, I could try to stabilize Aki again, but fuck it. If it doesn't work once, it's not going to work a second time. Sort of like that. And instead, she sees this rumor next to her that tried to stomp her, okay? And she doesn't like that. She just doesn't like that, okay? And she does the following. Casey now goes, oh my god, and she once again tries to restrain it with Earthen Grasp, which means this thing needs to do a saving throw, strength saving throw, and it fucking makes it because it rolls really well as well, and once again tries to restrain it with this hand made of earth, and it fucking evaporates and it does nothing, and Casey looks really fucking sad right now. And here's the thing, Casey remembers the stomp. She remembers the stomp, and it's like, I need to get away from this thing, okay? And she's going to try to run away.
Uh-oh,
Same.
opportunity attack.
Now people might be saying, Raz, are you playing her terrible on purpose? And I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm playing her terrible on purpose. She's like a 13-year-old child who thinks she's the greatest, but is actually kind of stupid. So yeah, I'm playing her terrible on purpose. Also because I want to fuck over admins, and I think that's funny. Okay, next opportunity attack, which is a 1d20 plus 5, I think. Oh yeah, 1d20 plus 5. Oh my god, it just barely misses. Are you fucking serious? Like, she has exactly 14 AC. No, not 14, 15 AC, because she has Mage Armor and the AC bonus from being a Puller Magi, which means with Mage Armor you have to get to exactly 15. And this thing rolled a 14. You are so fucking lucky, Adwins, because you would have actually probably died from that. So yeah, she's able to
Yeah.
just barely, like, the attack brushes against her skin, but her skin is protected by this magical armor that she has cast earlier today, which makes her take no damage, and she walks away from it and sort of like dusts off her shoulder and goes like, "You try to attack me, the great Casey? No problem, like, right?" And that was
Yes,
her turn.
all hail.
Next time it's Aki's turn. You're now one turn away from having. So on, or rather, the next time it is your turn, Nacht, you will be forced to use your soul power to heal yourself. Okay, the time is on. Michaela, it's your turn.
Adwins.
Hmm?
Michaela, it's
Oh,
your turn.
sorry. Um. hmm. I'm still in. There really isn't anything else that I can do if I don't want to get opportunity attack. So I'm going to attempt to attack again.
Okay,
The Iwasa, the main one.
good.
Oh.
By the way, let me actually check something. I want to do a if I want to do some settings shenanigans, and I want to see if you guys can actually see this. So, can you guys see something below the Uwasa now?
Yes,
Yeah.
I see the name.
What does it say?
Uwasa of the Grand Entrance.
Okay, good. So I was just gonna make sure, because the thing is, the button to make this thing pop up is in a completely different spot than the nameplate. But yeah, okay, that's good to know. So yeah, Michaela tries to attack with the battle axe, but sadly, your attack brushes against the Uwasa and slides off and does nothing. It is now Leia's turn, who is still hypnotized. Oh shit! Wait a second.
Yes, I was gonna ask if
Yeah.
Ohatsu's attack broke concentration.
That's the thing. I totally forgot about that. But we can still roll it now. Because it didn't do anything until now anyway. So you did 14 damage, which means it's now a DC 14 Wisdom save, right? Or DC 7? Ah shit. Is it half of the damage or 10? Right? It's half of the damage or 10.
Yes, whichever is higher.
Exactly. Okay, so it's 10 instead. So it needs to roll a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw. The Wisdom of this thing is actually pretty good. Oh yeah, it's pretty good Wisdom because all of its spells are Wisdom based.
It's
And-
Constitution for concentration, actually.
Oh yeah, it's Constitution. You're right. Which means I'm gonna keep the roll and just because it rolled terribly. Yeah, it fucking failed. It failed its saving throw with Constitution because this thing has not good Constitution. Really bad Constitution, actually. This thing has basically no HP. So, yeah, this thing, as it got hit earlier by Ohatsu, the effect of the spell started waning ever since that spell. And it took until now, wink wink, for that spell to dissipate. And you feel the magical power of that effect weaken, and the hypnotic pattern that has had you in its thrall, Leia, has dissipated, and you're now fully able to exert your own will again. The luring song that hit you is also no longer in effect. You're now able to take full control of your body again for the first time in 3 turns.
All right, cool. I take a look around. Aki's down. Michaela looks angry and hurt. Ohatsu's fine. Casey, whatever. Cool. I am gonna kick some lightning at the Uwasa.
That's amazing. Okay, roll for hit.
Do good. That's okay. It hits at least. So that is 10 damage total.
That is 10 damage total.
Right.
You once again see as the lightning surges through it that I think it usually happens that like the lighting is really strong, that like it like sort of explodes and starts burning in specific parts of it. And yeah, you see parts of it starting to catch a little bit of fire. Some parts of the flesh start exploding outwards. It's not looking that great anymore. It's really not looking that great anymore.
Let's see. As my bonus action, oh, there are so many things I could do as a bonus action, which is most helpful. Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm gonna kick it again. I'll
Nice.
just go Il Clasico. Nope.
Oh,
Definitely not.
Oh no.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. Usually when you roll a critical fail, what happens is that you accidentally hit someone else. Now, if I look around in the vicinity, who else could you even hit at this point? There's only one character who you could really hit from this angle, and it sadly is the guy who's lying on the ground. Your lightning that you shoot from your other boot is pretty far off the mark and hits Aki's body on the ground, which does the following. Nacht, you lose 1 turn of your countdown to auto-reconstitution, which I think you called it auto-reconstitution, yeah. Which means that you are now immediately forced. Your body is going through such an immense trauma that your soul gem flares to life and heals your body as sort of like an emergency reaction. Like as an emergency reaction, your soul gem is now healing your body to keep you alive, because otherwise you'd be fucking dead. And as it does so, let me check the rules that I wrote down for this. Our reconstitution triggers.
It's happening.
You are forced to spend 50 soul power. You lose 50 soul power. We're gonna write it down on your token. You spend 50 soul power to heal your body in an emergency, and you heal for half of your HP. So you heal up for 29, half rounded downwards is 14. So I put it in for you, but you're now, Nacht, if you're still here, you're now at 14 HP, you lost 50 soul power, and you're now conscious again.
That was intentional?
Okay, just a second. Beyond 20 locked itself out.
Okay, so if you go into D&D Beyond again, you can just put in that you have 14 HP.
Leia's got that face of like,
Okay.
I think I did something bad.
By the way, you can always talk to each other, and Aki, Nacht rather, you just noticed that your body was filled, like overcome with the lightning of Leia, and it shocked your body awake. Do you want to say something?
Oh, that really hurt, yeah.
Bad. Sorry.
You see,
Wait,
Aki,
what's going on here?
Aki is very cool. Aki is very fearless. Because most people in this situation would have said, "Ow, you fucking idiot!" But no, not Aki. Aki just said, "That hurt." And because Aki is just too cool.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, next up is one of the rumors next to Leia. So the rumors can't laugh, right? But you still think to yourself that the way the rumor moves next to you, Leia, you feel like it's laughing at you, right? First off, Leia, do a strength saving throw, DC 10.
Nope.
Okay, your movement speed is reduced to 10 until the rumor's next turn, or until your next turn rather, like the end until the end of next turn. And the rumor is now trying to stomp, and it's going to stomp with advantage against you because the ground has taken hold of you. And it just hits. With the advantage, this rumor is able to hit you with the stomp. I mean, it hurt itself earlier, but it's now trying to redeem itself. It's redeeming itself by now actually hurting you with the stomp. I would, you know what? It would be so fucking great if that rumor actually killed itself with just natural ones. Oh my god. Okay, this thing does 1d10 plus 2 damage. So far, I've rolled 10, 9, 7, 9, 9 damage on these rolls. Like, what the fuck? It's a 1d10. How am I rolling this high every single time? Sensitive, welcome to the stream as well. Uwasa Sana cosplay, that's amazing as well. Also, welcome to the stream as well, Galactic Axolotl. So, Leia, you take 11 damage as once again, okay, actually not once again, it's the first time it's happened to you, bits of magical goo and earth are shooting into the lower half of your body and sort of eroding your body. You take 11 damage. Okay, next up, it's the other rumor, which sees that Aki has just regained consciousness. Now, first off, Aki and Michaela do a strength saving throw, DC 10. If you're able to withstand the aberrant ground.
Mm.
Magic.
You are okay. Mika is not able to withstand the aberrant ground. Your body is slowed down to movement speed 0, and the guy has an easier time stomping you. What about Aki? Is Aki able to withstand the aberrant ground?
Well, let's see. I have to roll wisdom, right?
Strength. It's a strength saving throw.
Oh, I already rolled strength.
I don't see it.
I do it again.
Yeah, I don't see it right here. You can tell me what you rolled.
15. No, yeah, 13 plus 5.
You might need to restart your D&D Beyond and your Roll20 because I don't see it. But yeah, 15. Okay, so you're able to withstand the power of this ability. Was a Sana cosplay, or rather, Axolotl. What we're doing right here, it's called, it's like Dungeons and Dragons, where we have players right here. The current players are Adwins, Galle, Pink Noise, and Nacht. And they're all playing a character in this fantasy world, which in this case is Kamehama. They're all playing a magical girl who are, and they're fighting against enemies in turn-based combat. The players are already set in stone, so sadly you're not able to play, but you're able to watch how all of these players that are currently in the game are getting completely fucked up and just die. Aki already has died once. Like, if this was Dungeons and Dragons, I think Aki might have actually been dead by now and had to roll a new character. Michaela is almost dead, and everyone is kind of having a bad time. But I hope we can still do this. Also, I need to keep mentioning this for new people joining in the stream. What you're seeing on screen is my view as the DM. The players don't see what I'm seeing. Like, some of the stuff, like, I can see the health bar of the boss. I can see this, the health bar of the boss is pretty darn empty. But no other player can see the exact number of the health bar. The other players have no idea the actual number of HP bars in here, or the other players can't see that the dungeon is only halfway done because they can't see past the fog, right? But yeah, so now that we can move on, the Uwasa, the rumor rather, like the small rumor, is stomping. It's stomping the ground, trying to once again crush the lower half of your body with debris. Now Michaela is going to get hit with advantage. And it just hits. Both of those rolls hit, so that's sad. And you get hit with... Okay, now I've rolled so well. This roll must be worse, right?
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
This roll is worse. It actually is worse. You take 6 damage.
Okay.
Like, a magical energy is like kicked into the lower half of your body, and you take 6 damage.
Okay, I'm at 3 health.
Ray has changed their name. Really? Is Ray in chat right now? I like Ray. Ray was amazing. Okay, so also that means that Casey is taking 6 damage. Casey is suddenly looking really terrible, which you can guess because Michaela is also looking really terrible, and you're both looking really, really terrible. So yeah, that was that thing's turn. It's now turn of the great Uwasa again. And now that thing, now that it has seen how you're almost killing it, it does one last desperation move. And for its one last desperation move, it uses its last I bumped the microphone. It uses its last big ability to do another hypnotic pattern in the center of all of you guys, like right here, which means it hits all of you guys. So for hypnotic pattern, all of you need to roll a DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Wait, did it hit me too?
Except Ohatsu.
uh,
That's what you get for running away so far.
yep, that's what happens when
Alright,
you
finally.
play with an asshole.
Now, that might look like Ohatsu is kind of unfair because she's the only person who's really far away, but at the same time, none of you guys picked a caster. You're all melee characters. Every single one of you is a melee character, so of course all of you guys are gonna stand in melee range, but yeah. So, okay, that's that. Aki also needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, my
Wisdom.
button doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
It shows on the
can you restart your D&D Beyond as well as your Roll20?
no, it shows on the wall 20, but it doesn't show on the D&D Beyond though that
Well, it's not supposed to show on the D&D Beyond. It's only supposed to show
the
on
dice.
Roll20. Yeah, if it's on Roll20, like the thing is, it's not on Roll20 right now.
Oh, okay. What should I roll?
A Wisdom saving throw. If you just roll a Wisdom saving throw and tell me the answer, it's gonna be fine.
Okay. 20.
20. Natural
19
20?
plus 1.
Okay, good.
19 plus 1.
Good, okay. You were able to withstand this hypnotic pattern. You've seen it before, and now that you've seen it before, it's no longer an issue to you, and it's easy for you to withstand this ability. Advance. Michaela is also able to withstand this ability. You are no longer hypnotized, or like you don't get hypnotized by this ability. However, Leia and Casey both get hypnotized by this ability. Now, I want to mention something as well. Earlier, I said that if one of you, like either Michaela or Casey, gets hit by this ability, you both get hit. I didn't do this for Casey earlier, mostly because it's not really well defined how it would work. So I just decided to say, like, fuck it, fuck the link. If one of you guys make it and the other one doesn't, then that's just the way it is. Anyway, so Leia is able to not withstand it, as well as Casey, which means you are once again sort of looking into the air going, and you're now charmed and incapacitated. Next up, it's Ohatsu's turn.
She's, you know, gonna keep shooting. She's boring like that. Just.
It's the best thing you have, so why not?
That's
That's 2 1s?
Oh my god.
Woof.
Whoop, there it is.
So the way I see it is you have the bazooka like on your side, so it doesn't weigh that much, and you try to pull it up towards your shoulder and shoot at the same time, but you do it so fast you accidentally hit the trigger of the bazooka while you pull it up, which means it goes in a completely different direction. And if I look at the screen, if the bazooka goes in a completely different direction, where could it go? And the number one target that I see is some magical girl that is standing somewhere in this direction over here, you know. So, Leia, as you stare absent-mindedly into the sky, you have this exploding teddy bear hitting your face. Ohatsu, roll damage. Oh yeah, you already rolled. 16. Oh yeah, you already rolled damage. Yeah, it's 16. Leia, you have this exploding teddy bear hit your face while you're hypnotized for 16 damage as you hit the ground. So you remember an explosion, and then the next thing you remember is the ground, basically.
Whoop, there it is. Whoop.
At least, but you also remember that the explosion must have come from Ohatsu, right? That is burned into your mind as you lie on the ground.
Wow, the tank class from Utopia looks great on 3D.
It does, doesn't it? Next up is Casey, who is incapacitated. Next up is Aki. What do you do, Aki?
I attack.
Okay, roll for hit.
I rolled 6 plus 5.
Which is 11. That's sadly not enough, but you still have a bonus attack.
Okay. It's a B.
A B?
20 plus 5.
A natural 20? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay. Roll for damage.
Okay. Two plus 3 plus 6, 11. Crit.
Let me check something very quick. Your offhand has 1d6. Okay, tell me the damage again.
11 crit. 2 plus 6 plus 3. 2d6 plus
Okay,
3.
so it already did it correctly. It already did it correctly because I was gonna add the critical modifier. So the +6 that you see, that +6 is the critical modifier. Because crit in the way that I'm doing it just adds the maximum roll of your damage dice. Your damage dice for your change is a 1d6, and the maximum roll of a 1d6 is 6. So it adds the +6 on top of that. So you do 11 damage. Your chains slice across the bell. This time you slice across the bell of this rumor, and most of the bell disintegrates, explodes into a billion pieces. However, the rumor itself, the Uwasa, is still standing, but it's barely being held together by just singular strings of ethereal flesh and just some stray bits of magic. It's looking fucking gross at this point, but it's still kind of alive. Like, it's technically alive, but it doesn't look alive at this point. Michaela, it's your turn.
Okay. I will. My speed is still 0, but I don't want to move anyway.
Like, you can't move.
Alright, I'm gonna do a two-handed strike. Well, no, that's a bad idea. Where's my heal? I'm not gonna use Maguka heal. I'm gonna use lay on. No.
Lay on no? What?
No, I was thinking like lay on hands, but then like I only have 5 left. Oh no, we did a long rest before, right?
That was a short rest.
Oh, okay, never mind. Shit.
Long rest is 8 hours plus sleep. So, yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
No, we're
I'm
just gonna have to tell the rumor to just chill for like 8 hours and just, just gonna
Sure.
vibe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal up using Maguka heal.
Okay. That's your action.
Nice. 10.
Ooh, very good. You heal for 10 HP, which means Casey also heals for 10 HP. Casey looks over towards you and says, "Oh man, thanks! You're my best friend!"
You're welcome.
Like, she throws you under the bus when she's on top, but when she's on bottom, she like acts like you're the best friend. That's how these kinds of people work.
Wait,
Yes.
who?
Casey,
Casey.
Oh,
you thought it was Ohatsu?
What? No, I don't. I thought that. I thought you were talking about something else. Yeah.
Okay. That's your
Well,
entire
Leia
turn,
freaking hates me
Michaela.
now. Dabs.
Leia, you're still lying on the ground. You have 2 turns left until you're forced to heal yourself. Next up is the rumor in front of you, which now has seen you go down and is... even though the rumor itself wasn't the one who did it, it still acts like it was the one who did it. Like, yeah, that was me. That was totally me, right? Yeah. And it walks over towards Aki. Actually, no, it doesn't walk over towards Aki. Hatsu walks over towards Hatsu and blocks your view and tries to not stomp you, but this time just stab you with some of its appendages. Let's see. 18. Doesn't 18 hit you?
Wow, it was just one more. But so yes, it does.
Okay. So he gets stabbed by these ethereal appendages. I keep saying ethereal way too much, but that's just what it is. For 7 damage.
Okay, give me a sec. Oh, 7? Okay.
Yeah. So he should be
Alright.
at 13 now. Good. And
Then
that
I'm
was
gonna
that
bring
thing's
down...
turn. Next up, this other thing is its turn, and it once again just tries to exert its aura. Michaela and Aki, use your do a strength saving throw.
I rolled 22 in total.
Good.
22.
Sehr gut, sehr gut.
Yeah.
What about Advins?
Strength, right?
Yep.
Okay. Whew.
Okay,
19.
you also make it. Both of you are able to withstand this aura, but it storms right afterwards. And first it tries to hit Michaela, misses, and then it tries to hit Aki, misses. Yeah, you're able to both withstand the stomp, no problem. Next up is the Uwasa again. It doesn't really have anything else left to do. It kind of thought that at this point it was either gonna win or die. It's kind of surprised to be alive at this point. And it just does a normal attack against Michaela. And its normal attack basically is like, because it's bleeding so hard, it just throws bits of like chunks of itself. It sort of throws at you, Michaela, and these chunks of whatever kind of flesh it is sort of burn like acid, and it's trying to hit you with that. Let me see if it's able to hit you with that. Oh my god, it actually really has a lot of hit. 23. Yeah, that does hit you.
No!
It does the following damage. Okay.
I have 19 AC. I'm supposed to be blocking or dodging everything.
It hits you for 8 damage.
Yeah, I'm glad I actually healed.
As your body gets overcome with this sort of acidy stuff. Yeah.
You said 8, right?
Yeah, 8.
Okay.
No, it should be 6. Okay. So Casey also suddenly feels a sharp pain and once again goes, "What's the big idea? What's the big idea?" Well, so it's your turn.
She's like, ouch, because she got fucking hurt. Well, she sees like an immediate threat right here, and man, if I move, it's gonna get fucking opportunity on me.
You only get opportunity attacked if you move outside of its range.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
So she's gonna freaking shoot it right there. Just go at it.
Do you want to be reckless?
No.
Okay.
No.
Coward.
Shut up. 6 and 9.
Right.
What
Okay,
the fuck?
once again a critical miss. So a
They're
critical
shooting again
failure.
at you.
So yeah, of course it hits Leia again. Once again, you do the same thing you did earlier. You didn't learn a single thing. You accidentally hit the trigger of your bazooka while you bring it up towards the guy in front of you, and it just fires off to the side. Hits Leia again. Leia's death counter goes down by 1. So now on Leia's next turn, which is in 3. So 3 characters, we have Casey, Aki, Michaela. Leia, once your turn happens, you're forced to reconstitute.
Yep.
Because your body just got demolished by that. Yeah, that was your turn. That's a good job. It's now Casey's turn. And Casey, she just doesn't know what the fuck to do. And just throws her weapon at the minion in front of her. So let's see if she is able to make that hit. As she throws her giant bag Oh my god, why do I keep throwing this away? It was +5, okay. It hits! Oh my god, she throws her back at the minion in front of her that still is at full HP, because by the way, this minion that's behind Michaela and Aki has never been touched, even once. You guys didn't even attempt to attack that thing. So it gets hit by this explosion from her handbag thing, or whatever that thing is. And it does... Didn't I throw that earlier? Fuck. Oh, yeah, fuck, I don't remember. Okay, it takes 2 damage. It takes 2 damage. It gets barely hit at all by this. Like, it brushes off completely. Next up, it's Aki. What do you do? Nacht.
I will attack.
Okay.
I will 20.
Natural?
No, a 15 plus 5.
Okay, good. You attack this thing in front of you. Roll for damage.
Okay. A 7 plus 3.
Can you describe me in detail how your weapon kills this thing?
My longsword, it slashes through its details. Like, what does it even look like?
Like, as you see on screen, like, it has like 2 stairs leading up to it, and then it has like this bell on top of it.
Yeah, it slashes the connection between the bell and the body.
Okay. Your longsword completely like slices it apart. The bell, like the little bits of flesh that were still left of the bell, sort of get splattered against the wall. The stairs on the bottom of it sort of disintegrate. This thing just gets blown up into a billion different pieces by the amazing sword work of Aki. However, as this thing disintegrates, you notice the following. The 2 minions that are still around, they are still here. The battle continues. However, you notice that the 2 minions are now suddenly starting to flicker. They flicker like they're a TV screen that is running out of reception. Basically, they're starting to flicker, but they're still around. Aki, you still have a bonus attack.
Is a rumor still there?
Yeah, that rumor is still there.
Then I will use my chance.
Okay, roll for hit.
8 plus 5. 13.
13. Let me check if that's enough. That's enough. Yeah, you hit it. Roll for damage.
Oh, the interesting thing I noticed as I pop over to D&D
2 plus
Beyond,
3.
apparently, I can see Aki's rolls in, like, if I click on the campaign tab, it has a
What?
game log.
That's fucking absurd.
It's weird though because like I'm only seeing Aki's rolls and no one else's.
What? Okay.
Yeah, let me show you what I see.
Like, I could see it too.
It's okay. Aki, what did you roll?
I do this.
Nacht?
5.
5
2 plus
damage.
3.
Okay. Your chains slice across it. Michaela, it's your turn.
Michaela.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was
Nacht, by the way, Nacht, can you restart your entire browser? Like, if you have Chrome, like, close Chrome and like go back into it completely fresh.
Yeah,
Alright.
I do that.
Alright, so as the rumor dissipates, I see Leia on the floor, dead. I'm like, no, I have to help her.
Lay on him.
Eh,
Do you move to that spot?
I do.
You take an opportunity attack. Now let me
Yes.
see if that thing is able to hit.
The
1d20.
things we do for love.
Love. That's what you
True-
call it,
it's-
guys?
it's- Yep.
I have to save my friend.
It
have to save my
hits
GF.
you.
No. How much?
That's max roll. You take 12 damage. As you try to
Oh.
walk past this rumor, it slices after one of its appendages, and that appendage sort of impales your heart, and you take 12 damage. Which means that also suddenly Casey feels a stinging pain and goes down.
Well, that's the end of my story.
Leia,
Oh no, Casey went down.
Leia,
No,
you
I
are
mean-
forced to auto reconstitute. You lose 50 soul power, but you get half of your HP back.
Oh, you love to see it? Question mark.
Half
Oh, shit,
roll
no.
down. Yeah, okay, so you get 9 HP back. And you're not conscious again. However, that was your turn. Next up is this one at the very top who is standing in front of Ohatsu. It tries to swipe after Ohatsu. By the way, wouldn't it be fucking great if you win the battle but everyone goes down afterwards? It swipes after Ohatsu. And misses. And that was its turn. The other one is here and tries to swipe after Aki. And hits for... Let me check. Aki, you get hit by these filthy appendages for 7 damage.
I think
Yeah, I need to update it myself now. I'm gonna upload the HP in game. Okay.
Noct is
Oh.
is resetting.
Yeah, and Ohatsu,
Yeah.
it's your turn. By the way, I will mention
well-
the following: the two minions now are flickering really hard. They're probably not holding on for much longer.
Well, I'm gonna be reckless this time because, like, being careful has been fucking me over this entire time. Even so, I'm just gonna be reckless.
You were
and
being
shoot-
careful.
Yeah, yeah, I was being careful.
Oh, say
before.
that to my face, Ohatsu.
I was being careful. I'm gonna be reckless and shoot the one right in front of me.
Yeah, that you see,
Right.
that's why everyone else is on the ground except for Ohatsu, because Ohatsu is careful.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, finally,
Yay!
finally.
You hit this thing in front of you for 16 damage. It gets blasted across what you think it's its face for 60 damage, and most of its body is blown apart, but some of its body is still holding together. It looks terrible, but it's still kind of alive. Next up, it's Casey who's lying on the ground and doesn't get a turn. Aki, it's your turn. Nacht, what do you do?
Yeah, hit it, of course. Should work now.
Okay. Roll for hit. It works. Okay, it works again. 16, that hits. Roll for damage.
Pink, you're making me laugh.
Good.
7 damage. Your sword slices across it for 7 damage. You still have a bonus action. What do you want to do?
Is it not dead?
It's not
Like-
dead. It has only been attacked once before this. It's still looking really good.
Okay, then I use a chance.
Okay. Roll for hit. Yeah, Gala had 3 ones in a row.
Terrible. That's a terrible session.
Yep. Okay, you hit. Roll for damage. I think, by the way, let me check what the... Oh shit, my calculator is not scientific. Whatever, I can do it right now. You hit for 5 damage. It's now starting to bleed. It's matter all over the floor, but it's looking quite fine. Next up, it's Mikhailos on the ground. Next up, it's Leia, who is conscious again, but you're still lying on the ground. I assume you stand up.
I'm assuming also just letting you know, Leia's probably just covered in like head to toe with glitter right now, and
Yeah.
and confetti.
Okay. Well, Michaela's on the ground in front of me. My soul gem ain't looking too hot right now.
It's really fucking black.
But I think I remember that Michaela has one of the soul gems that we got from, or one of the grief seeds that we got from our previous witch encounter.
Yes.
Yeah. As an action, you can use as much as you want of it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do that. But I'm going to use it on Michaela's soul gem.
Oh my god, you're doing the Homoda.
All right, how much are you giving?
I'm at least conscious. I'll give you. I don't remember how much is left, and I'm not gonna look because Leia doesn't know this shit. I'll give you 60.
You should have that much, yeah.
Yes. There was 113 in one of them, so.
Wait, is Leia using Michaela's?
Yes.
Yeah, Michaela's grief seed.
Okay.
And then that
I
one
have-
has
You're using 60, right?
Yep. So there should be 53
Okay.
left.
Okay,
And
I gotcha.
then, as my bonus action, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, Ohatsu's got this, so I'm gonna kick the one in front of Aki.
Okay.
Does she though? Does she though?
Roll for hit.
Not my problem if she don't.
That's a hit for
5 + 4, 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. You see it exploding almost. Like you see this cloud of like flesh exploding outwards, but it still is held together by a bunch of strings. It's still alive. However, now that these two familiars get their turn, here's the thing. The big Uwasa has been dead for 2 turns, which means that at this point, both of these minions dissipate into a cloud of nothing. They're no longer able to hold on to reality, and both of them disappear. Which means the turn order is done. You're victorious! You've done it!
Hey.
Although, Michaela and Casey are still lying unconscious on the ground.
We're still dead.
What do you guys do?
I'm fucking dead. I can't say anything or do anything.
Can someone whose soul gem isn't totally dark help him out, please?
So if they're on the ground, you can use a medicine check to try and stabilize them so they don't have to reconstitute.
Lol.
How's my wisdom?
Negative.
Bad.
Yeah, my wisdom's bad.
Am I the smartest person on this team, like wisdom wise?
You have
Who's
two.
fucked up?
You guys get 2 actions, Michaela. If you don't get Michaela stabilized or somehow healed up in 2 actions, Michaela's gonna reconstitute. The same goes for Casey.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I got actions to burn. Why not?
Okay,
Yeah,
so the
I'm
first
gonna
action.
try it too.
Message check. You try to stabilize Michaela's body, it doesn't work. You have 1 action left
Oh
for
my
Michaela.
god! Oh my god!
The only first aid Leia knows is how to take care of like sore feet and like sprained ankles, and that's it.
Okay, so
Feet?
Casey gets stabilized. I'm gonna put her on 1 HP. She's fine again. So Michaela, there's 1 action you can do on Michaela. If you're not getting Michaela stabilized, by the way, Michaela has 0 HP, not -7.
Wait. I. What if I just rolled the medicine check on Casey? Wouldn't that help them both?
Let me think about this. Yes, it would. Okay, Michaela is also on 1 HP now. It's also stabilized. You're right. So Michaela is also on 1 HP now, and as well as Casey on 1 HP now. You're both saved by this.
Whew.
You were both just 1 action away from having to spend 50 soul power. So good job.
Why is it that like I'm like Ohatsu's like the dumbest one here, and she's like really passing all these fucking wisdom checks?
You're all looking fucked up. You're all looking absolutely fucked up from this, which means that I've been
Level up. No.
that I've been doing a good job. Because if I've been doing a bad job, you'd all be either dead or full HP. But if you're all at low HP, that means I've been doing a good job, right? Okay, so you're all finally passed this battle, and now that you've passed this battle, you see Michaela and Casey both like open their eyes on the ground. They both look fucking terrible, but at least they're no longer in fear of death or like in fear of having to heal their own bodies with their stuff. And as you look around yourself, you notice something very important. On the ground where the big Uwasa died, it doesn't really die, but where it like disappeared, you notice that on the ground there is lying an item. You can't quite see what it is, but who wants to go and take a look?
I'll do it.
Oh,
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah.
hey.
Love to see it.
Nice.
Mwah.
Right over there. Yeah, 23.
23. Okay. The item you pick up is a book. Even if you rolled a 1, you would have seen it as a book. But you pick up a book, and as you take a look at it closer, you identify it as well. The outer parts of it, like from the outside, the binding of it, it's dark blue. It's got this like sun-looking sigil on the front of it, and it seems to exude some sort of magical aura from it. And as you try to like look through the pages, you see that all the pages are completely blank. All the pages are completely blank. But you do notice it's a sort of magical item, a magical book that exudes some sort of magical. A light plus book is yellow, not blue.
Okay, then we're in the Aqua Labyrinth. We're grinding right now.
But yeah, it's some sort of magical book with empty pages. You can't quite tell what sort of magic this is. It seems magic that seems similar to the rumor, like the sort of footprint of the rumors you've seen around. It's magic that's similar to the rumor magic around you, but it's also got its own sort of footprint that seems kind of special to it, but you can't quite pick out what exactly it is. But you have this feeling in your head that maybe this might be a magic that is similar to a magical girl's magic.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
You can. While you do that, I will reveal the rest of the entire dungeon because you're done. Yay. This was the entire dungeon.
Yay!
By the way, you see 2 parts up here. I will tell you the following. They're both mistakes. I didn't actually mean to paint them in. I accidentally painted them in, and I forgot about them. And I didn't mean to paint them in.
No, I was gonna be like, oh wow, they're in different positions. So if we probably attacked, like, maybe if we attacked this one, then something different would happen. Or if we had like our clone attack this side, then something different would happen. Oh, okay, it's just a
Yeah,
little.
like this map straight up
painting
has mistakes in it, and I didn't want to show you guys, but I might as well because you know what, mistakes are funny. Like these 2 things are supposed to be there, but yeah.
Rolled a 20 for the Arcana check.
A 20 for the Arcana check with advantage. Okay, so you do sort of take a closer look. You have this hunch. That this might be related to the magic of a magical girl. And as you closer inspect it, you so solidify that hunch. This is indeed something that has been created by the magic of a magical girl that has somehow come into a relation, a junction with rumors. So you think to yourself, somehow a magical girl that is in connection with the rumor magic, that is something that pops into your head. Magical girl and rumor magic connected, how could that be? That is your idea.
Hey, Michaela, would you mind doing your special magic and seeing if you get anything from this book?
Sure. Yeah, let me go ahead and roll my. I keep forgetting. It's a charisma save.
I'm trusting you.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it myself. Sense Malice, yeah, DC 10 charisma save. This is just for saving the cost, of course.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't do it, so that. Ew. Oh well, no, it's only 5 soul power. I thought this
It's
was
5
like
soul power, yeah.
one of the big ones. So 17 minus 5 is 67. Okay, so yeah, I try to sense if there's any malicious intent behind this connection.
As you try to sense the malice, you notice there's absolutely no malice coming from this book. In fact, you notice that the energy that is coming from this book seems rather good-willing. It seems like a morally good energy that comes from this book.
So,
However, by the way, you also think to notice as you inspect this magic with your sense malice that you think to yourself, also Leia as well, you both think to yourself, maybe we should get this to someone who has an idea about this.
maybe. So, Leia, there's something weird about this.
Yeah.
It's mainly... It's not that there's something wrong with it. It just feels like everything's right with this. And that's weird because there will always be something negative no matter what happens. There'll always be something negative hiding under the shadows. But I don't
A
see anything
fucking
like
Debbie
that here.
Downer.
And can Leia roll an intelligence check to understand what Edwin just said?
It's better than... Would you rather have me say, there's darkness within every heart?
Imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolutely.
Okay, no, that was just a joke. Leia, that was just a joke. You understand what this being said.
Okay.
I'll do the other one just because I did it already.
Okay.
No, I get what you're saying.
The point is, I can't really track this down to anyone or anything. We should probably take this back to Mitama.
By the way,
And as you're
does
talking
anyone
about this,
see
you get relocated
Greasy
back to the park.
around here?
What did you say?
You get relocated
He was
back to the
asking about
park.
No, I was talking about the pink.
Oh yeah, does anyone see a grief seed around here? Because I'm not seeing one.
You do not see a grief
Ohatsu-
seed.
Ohatsu's definitely gonna be like, hey, so
There is none. 'Cause it's
Ohatsu has her own.
Uwasa. Yeah.
Uwasa. Hatsu is gonna be like, hey, so I might have goofed a little bit.
I will have to go
Here,
to the
take-
toilet very quickly. You guys have like
Okay.
2 or 3 minutes to think about what we're going to do next. You guys materialize again outside on the park again. I'm just going to assume you guys transform back. If you don't want to, you
Yeah.
can tell me. But you're now once again back in the park. You have this new magical book that you think to yourself, something is wrong with this book. Maybe we should get someone who can talk to us about it. At least your idea about it. You can do whatever you want, but that's at least your instinct, I would say. And yeah, you have guys like 2 or 3 minutes while I go to the toilet and see you.
What is it? Ohatsu's gonna give. Well, I mean, Raz's not here, but Ohatsu's gonna use her grief seed on Leia. He's gonna give.
During Ohatsu's apology, Leia's doing like the arms crossed, like
It was an accident. She swears it was an accident. It was the nat ones. You should have seen it. You should have seen it.
And then like I'm imagining the pose that she's making, like she's like doing like this really deep bow with her arms up with a grief seed in her hand as it's healing her soul gem.
Ohatsu's kind of like doing. Wait. Here, let me grab it. Give me a sec. Give me 1 minute. I gotta find it though. This is Ohatsu right here. This is what? What?
What?
It didn't send my picture.
Yeah, it didn't send. I don't see anything.
It says that it's like Discord. Wait.
Is it too big?
No, it says
Did it not get past the censors?
yeah, the owner of the has requested block any messages, blah blah blah.
the
It says it's explicit. It's not explicit.
What?
Here, look.
Galley draws lewds? I didn't know this.
I'm not drawing a lewd. I swear. Wait here.
Oh,
if
that's
I do-
disappointing.
Oh, I don't do lewd commissions, guys. So shit out of luck there. Wait. Okay, let me try it like this. What the hell? What the fuck?
Oh no! Take a screenshot of it and then send that.
I did.
Oh,
Can you
hilarious!
send one of us like a DM?
Yeah.
Like seriously, what kind of things are you drawing? Really?
I'm not drawing anything. I took a screenshot from the freaking Vocaloid video.
Oh, Vocaloids. Okay. I was gonna be like.
What the fuck? It's not a
Vague.
lewd. I promise. I promise it's not a lewd.
Sad.
Fuck. Shut
Also,
up.
I'm assuming that our characters don't know anything about Uwasa and just everything is a witch until it's not.
Right. Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Wait, I'm trying to figure out how to friggin' send this picture.
We're.
Oh, Hatsu's trying to apologize to Leia.
That's,
by giving her the her grief seed. Oh my god, please. Please.
Yeah, all Vocaloids are lewd because that's kind of the point of them.
Wow.
I mean, come
I'll
on.
just...
If they made the Vocaloids all like normal male guys, no one would have given a shit about them, right?
Here, I'll just DM it to Pink.
Yes.
How about that?
Sure.
Actually, I'll DM it in the server in our chat thing.
Oh, sure.
Oh, Hatsu looks like this, basically.
Michaela
fuck?
slowly walks up behind Leia and kind of looms over her.
Discord is really fucking me right now.
So much tension right now.
It's just, anyways, it doesn't really matter. Just to freaking take
It doesn't matter.
I'll give you 50. Well, Hatsu gives me 50.
Dollars?
Yeah. she's got the means.
Damn.
No, soul power from her grief seed that she had.
Oh, more important than dollars.
So yeah, 50 for you. And she's like, I'm sorry. And she's like making this she's kind of like putting her hand on her mouth, like all sparkly eye and puppy eyed and all that stuff. She's like, I'm sorry.
Huh?
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 Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Thanks. I'd appreciate not being. Well, I can't really say covered in glitter because I do that, but shot, especially when I can't, fight back.
Because I can't fucking send it to even our DM thing. That's what she looks like, Pink.
I see it. I wonder if I can send it. Let's find out.
It says that it's
What?
I'm sorry. Ooh.
Ah!
Ooh. Now Michaela has a sudden urge to be angry.
Yeah, Leia's still giving you the stink eye.
She's sorry.
Okay, what do you guys do next as your big new action?
Adwin, did you say that Michaela was gonna loom over Leia?
Yeah. Only because I was gonna be like,
Give me 1 second, okay?
Leia, were you the one who gave me who helped clear some of my soul gem?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I did use some of it to help get you back up. Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry. I shouldn't have been so stupid. I just wanted to save my new friend. But I guess that was a dumb idea, seeing as I got killed myself.
I'm back.
Well, it all worked out, and I mean, I appreciate the thought.
Yeah, so thank you again. And then she kind of skitters away afterwards. Let's go to Mitama's.
I just realized something. Earlier you stabilized Casey and said that, well, we're stabilized Casey. So shouldn't Advins also be stabilized? You did that after the Uwasa was killed. And when the Uwasa was killed, the link got severed. So that shouldn't have worked.
Yikes.
But you know what? I'm gonna give it to you
Casey's still
anyway.
dead.
I'm gonna give it to you
Casey's still
anyways.
dead.
Who
All right.
volunteers to patch Michaela up then?
It still works. I mean, it didn't do anything anyway.
So
Not
do
me,
we have to
because
do
I was
anything?
sick.
So yeah, by the way, so you're now outside again, once again in the park. We can continue from this point. Casey is also there. Casey notices, or you all notice, or rather, Casey and Michaela notice that the magic that has taken a hold of them, that has linked them up, has now been severed. And they are now free to go their own ways again. And Casey is now outside, looks at first of all, looks at her watch and goes, "Thanks, guys, for babysitting me, I guess. I'm gonna have to check on my sister. Bye." And just sort of tries to run off. And just runs off.
Just gonna look at the team and just gonna be like, I
Okay.
gotta say, I mean, anyone who's not us that we've met have been great. Not good experiences so far.
Well, out of
Sure.
universe, are you sure that even the people in this team has given you good experiences?
See, I wasn't gonna
Leia?
say anything because then it would be a very specific call out. Do you want to get called out?
Oops. Ow, oops.
Mm.
Where do you want to go next?
Wait, what time is it in universe?
It's like 18 o'clock or something.
That's 6 p.m. I don't care. Well, let's go to meet Thomas so we can ask about this book.
Yeah, and then I think I need a break after that.
I think Ohatsu would offer to take them all for like dinner.
Dinner?
Yeah.
Dinner,
Like
you say?
yeah.
Okay.
It's on her too, because she has hella money. She's
So we'd go to Mitamas and then have dinners at whatever,
Bonbons.
wherever Hatsu,
No,
wherever Hatsu
no.
is.
no. Probably like walnuts.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, fair.
Okay,
Fair,
but
fair.
right now you want to go to
Hang on.
Mitamas, right? Or do you want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, Mitamas.
Okay. I will also mention that. Shit, what was I gonna say? Like you do notice that the rumor, the Uasa has been dispelled at this point. So you think to yourself, yeah, like mission completed. We've done what we could, and even though the people around you don't notice what happened, you think to yourself, we've done a service to the people around them, and I hope that maybe in the future they will thank us for what we've done, right? Oh, sorry, bumped the microphone. And yeah, and knowing that you've done the right thing with that feeling of sort of satisfaction, you, at least I assume all of you guys are happy that you think you've done the right thing. With that feeling, you move over towards Mitamas. Okay. So, you arrive at Mitamas. I don't have a map for Mitamas. So instead we're going to have, what is it? This, we're going to have a blank page. Bam.
Nice. It's the void.
Your tokens
like
are all
her
old. All these
element.
tokens are old, but don't worry about it. As you get to Mitamas, you arrive at Mitamas as usual. You get there rather quickly because Satomi Medical Center is actually in the same ward. It's both in Shinsei ward as Mitamas, as well as Mikatsuki. Like Mikatsuki, Mitama, and Satomi Medical Center are all in the same part of the city. They're all in Shinsei ward, interesting enough, which I only found out today. And I'm going to share it with you guys because I don't know. And as you all arrive there, you hear some cracking from Advins, who is Totsugeki. No? Okay.
Sorry.
And you arrive at Mitamas, and you go through the front doors, of course, as usual. You go through the back door or wherever Mitama is, and you just say hi to Mitama, who is there as usual, currently just waiting for the next girl that she can, have an intimate sexual relationship. I mean, that she can have a adjustment with, I guess. And as you get there, what do you say? What do you do?
Hi.
Ara.
So we looked into that rumor, and got kind of sucked into a labyrinth, and then we fought a witch, and it didn't drop a grief seed for some reason. But it did drop this, and I'll hold up the book in front of my face and then peek out the side of it. Book.
Those don't drop grief seeds. Those don't drop grief seeds. They're rumors. They're Uwasa. Uwasa don't drop grief seed. You know, I have heard a lot about this from a friend of mine, who is a friend of my girlfriend, and what she said that, you know what, these rumors, they're Uwasa. They don't drop grief seed. That's just what they are. Don't worry about it. But
What?
no.
Sorry.
What you've done is you've helped us out. You helped us out, January. You've helped all of Kamihama, and for that's pretty good. That's pretty good. For that, I promise you guys, I'm gonna give you guys an adjustment. I'm gonna give you guys an adjustment because that's just me. I'm gonna have you guys. I'm the friendly Mitama. I'm gonna help you get an adjustment because I promise you guys, and I always keep to my promises, as I always do.
No. You're doing the adjustment because we almost died 3 times going on your little adventure.
Wow, you don't have to be rude, Michaela.
I'm the one who's been taking all the hits. I think I have a right to be mad for almost dying like 3 times, and I'm not the only one who has almost died more than once during this adventure.
It was pretty.
So like, no, well, for the record, I'm not actually upset, but Michaela would be pretty upset.
But you almost died, which means you didn't die, and you did it all for my adjustment, which means it was worth it, right?
Michaela clenches her fists, and she steps forward. Do me first.
Oh, I would love to do you.
I will telepathically say to Michaela, I'm not too happy either, but do remember that she looks into all your memories and can mess you up. Just be careful.
Okay, I can give you all an adjustment, as I promised. I'm gonna give you all an adjustment. And so here's the thing: you're all gonna get an adjustment at this point, and you're because of your adjustment, you're all going to get special abilities. However, I want you to be able to choose your special abilities that you get from this, and I will do that next time. So just remember that until next time, you're gonna get a special ability. I'm gonna tell you in our little chat what those special abilities you can choose from. But for now, we're just going to continue and just assume that in universe, you've now all gotten a special adjustment, a special private adjustment session with just you and me, Tama. And you've all gotten, also at this point, you're all going to walk up and realize that you've all gotten stronger and move on to level 3. You're all leveling up to level 3. For next time.
Yay!
But
the best level.
I'll mention something. I thought you were gonna kill that boss faster because on your very first turn, like that boss has 100 HP. You did 60 damage on turn 1. You like 60% of the boss's HP on turn 1, and then it took 7 more turns to do the other 40%.
Yeah, because fucking crowd control.
Yeah,
is horrible.
That's the way it works.
You can't aim for shit.
Shut up!
See, no,
not once.
Look, we thought that having a ranged barbarian would be overpowered because, you know, it's a ranged barbarian. But I think we've learned today, even with like the higher power, even with the higher power of this boss notwithstanding, I think we can see that a ranged barbarian is not necessarily overpowered.
Yeah, if Ohatsu hit just once, it could have shaved like 3 or 4 turns off the boss fight. Anyway, so you're gonna be 3 turns.
She just shaved Leia's, turns,
head off.
So.
Yeah. You're gonna be level 3 until next time. You're gonna be having a special ability, but we're not done yet. The adventure continues. By the way, how much time do you all guys have?
I'm good for whenever.
Yeah.
I've got like half an hour at most.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. We might be able to do the next thing then, like the next part of the story then. Because after you've gotten your adjustment, you hear a voice that's calling out from the entrance to Mitamas. And it goes like, Mitama, where are you? I need to talk to you. And you guys don't recognize this voice.
Okay, I was gonna be like,
with
if it's Stacy again, or Casey, I'm just gonna be like, big stare.
Yeah, you don't recognize his voice. But as you hear this voice, Mitama seems to cast some sort of magic. And as she does cast this magic, she suddenly goes, "Oh, okay, guys, I need you to take care of this." And Mitama suddenly disappears. And you're now alone in her shop. And barging through the door is someone who is wearing. By the way, you guys have all heard rumors about the Wings of Magus. You've all heard about how there's black feathers and white feathers, but you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're about. Just that these guys are around somewhere. But as you look towards the door, who's barging in, it's someone who is wearing something that you guys have heard is similar to one of the black feathers or white feathers, like how you have heard the descriptions of their outfit. However, that outfit is completely purple. It's someone who is wearing a sort of purple feather outfit that is now walking into the door, and you also towards it through the door, and you see also, you're trying to look at their face. You can't see their face because there is a magical darkness that is shrouding their face. They're specifically hiding their face to not be seen by others. And you can also tell that this person can tell that you guys are there. This person knows that you're here and is specifically hiding their face from you guys. And with that, we're going to move towards a new map. Now, this is the last map that I made with my old engine, basically. I actually paid for a program to make maps. So all maps from the future are going to hopefully look better. But this is supposed to be Mitama's shop, which, you know...
With the blood smear?
It could look better. That's a destroyed carpet.
It's carpet.
It's like a halfway destroyed carpet. You can all drag your... I'm going to drag your tokens into battle like this. I say battle. It's just into the battlefield, I guess. You all stand like this. Mitama has disappeared and sort of told you guys, like, yeah, please do this for me. So this person walks into the door and says, "Can you guys tell me where Mitama is? I need to talk to her."
All right. I look at the others and I telepathically think to them, how much should we tell?
I mean, I don't think it's wrong to say that we have no idea because we actually don't.
Fair enough. I look back at the girl who seems to be in a shroud of violet.
Yeah.
And then I say, we just got here ourselves. We're not sure where she is.
Oh, that's kind of sad. Well, because I could swear I could hear you guys talk to Mitama. So if you guys want to tell me, maybe I can convince you guys. You see, I'm the Violet Shroud, and I'm gonna teach you not to engage with me. And at this point, we all roll initiative.
Oh God.
So let me do this. Blunk. Clear all turns. Okay, now roll initiative.
Oh shit, wait, give me a sec. Oh, where am I? Okay.
Oof.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay, I have some music with this as well. Oh my god, this might be too loud. By the way, you guys might need to change the volume of the music on your end as well. Like, I can't do that for you guys, I don't think.
Yeah, it's good enough volume for me personally.
Like, yeah, but you guys need to worry about this yourself. I can't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we got this, we got that. Let me check the stats. Ooh. Ooh! Oh, I gave her spicy stats. Ooh!
Big.
But not dexterity. Dexterity is pretty normal. Still rolled a 16. Oh! Michaela, you haven't rolled with the tiebreaker rule. What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 12. I don't know why it's not showing up when there's a tiebreaker.
Fuck. I also have 12. Roll again. Roll another d20 in the chat. I'm gonna
Sure.
roll. I'm gonna do an open roll so you guys can see this. Roll another d20. Roll another initiative. I mean.
Oh, another initiative.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the modifier on?
I mean, just roll a dexterity
initiative?
check. Just roll a dexterity check in the chat.
There you go. All right.
14. Okay, I'm first. Okay, Aki and yeah, just Aki needs to roll as well.
And hey, just so
Okay,
you
well-
feel better about your map, when I was running my Maguka campaign, of course, it didn't have actual Mitama in it, but this was my version of Mitama's shop, drawn by hand with Roll20's drawing tools. So don't feel bad.
Okay,
Wow, the
I feel
clicker
better
is
about
on.
my map now. I feel
Aw.
way better about my map now. Okay, I'm gonna do it for you, Aki, because you might have problems with this. 16. What's your dexterity?
+2, I think.
I mean the number that says
Yes.
like 15, 16, 17 or whatever.
It's 15.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's 14 actually, which means that I rolled a 15. Okay, you're just barely behind me. Just barely. No, not like this. I can't believe 3 people rolled a 16. Jesus fuck. Okay. Yeah, that just happens. Sometimes just everyone rolls the same number. You know, that just happens. Okay, good. So, starting is Ohatsu. You can tell definitely the person in front of you is trying to fight you. What do you do? By the way, can you update your stats like soul power and HP to reflect what you have? Because stuff on screen isn't
Right.
quite normal.
Not level 3, right?
Not yet level 3. We're gonna do that next time.
Did we heal from the...
Okay, from the I can tell you guys from the adjustment that you got, you all heal to full HP,
Okay,
but
I'm
not
good
your
then.
soul power. But not your soul power. Like your HP, your normal HP is full HP again.
All right. I did that already.
Can y'all guess what Ohatsu's gonna do?
I'm gonna
Leia.
rage.
Well, I
You're
thought
gonna
she was
rage.
rage. Well, I mean,
you have
first
to
of all...
talk about it. You have to say it.
Okay, well, she's gonna be an asshole and move away.
Oh,
you know. And then she's raging.
Are you going to?
Right?
Okay, I was gonna be like, are you going to rage and
Yeah.
also run away? Okay.
Yes, she is. And then she is going to shoot this creep. Oh, well, whoop, there it is.
I'm
the fourth,
gonna
the fourth one.
lose it.
Well, you see that there's this character right in front of you on the line between you and the Violet Shroud, and it's called Aki. So, Aki, you suddenly feel a stinging, burning pain in your back as a bear hits you in the back for 9 damage and singes your entire backside, and you drop to 15 HP. Oh, wait,
I was
oh,
gonna
No,
wait.
if
look
I-
at
if I-
Ohatsu just like, are you
Not 15,
serious right now?
Li- Listen, if
To
I was
18 HP.
reckless, if I was reckless, I would have gotten it.
Yeah, why weren't you reckless? That's a good question.
Because I'm being
Friendly to
There.
my
Come on.
allies.
careful. Quotation marks.
Does this look careful? Does this look careful to me? Okay, the Violet Shroud is next. So I've revealed the name to you guys. I mean, she's introduced herself as the Violet Shroud to you guys, and you should see her. Do you see her name?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It pops up in the air, and
Nice.
we see it like a boss.
Yeah, you guys all think to yourself, man, this person must be a boss. You also hear this music in the background, like, oh my god, this is boss music, what the fuck is going on?
Why do I suddenly hear boss music?
What?
What is this, by the way? It's really good.
You should be, if you go to the tab at the very top right, you should actually see the jukebox and it shows the name.
Oh, Metroid. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude.
So the boss does the following. Okay, let me see. Can I fuck you guys immediately? Oh my god, I can completely fuck you guys immediately in one turn. I'm gonna do it because
999 damage.
it's so funny. I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, it moves over here. The Violet Shroud moves over here. It's like sort of slightly, like lightly strolls, like a badass walk over there without any care in the world, and does the following attack. It does she casts, by the way, I should probably describe herself. So she has, like I said, her face is hidden by darkness. She's wearing this purple robe. You don't see any weapon that she might be using, but instead you can tell that there's some strong magical energy that is being emanated from this character. And as she casts a spell, she pulls out a book that looks rather similar to the book that you have. It is a book with a dark blue binding that is exuding sort of magic that seems similar to the magic that you have felt in the rumor barrier. And it's got sort of a sigil on front of it, like it looks pretty similar to the one you have. And like I said, the magic that it exudes is very similar to the rumor magic that you've felt so far. And she uses this book to cast a sort of magic spell on you, and this spell that she casts is the following. It's called a Ganasa Scorcher.
Oh, what?
It's
Gesundheit.
a Ganasa Scorcher. It's one of the best level 3 damage spells in the entire game.
That doesn't sound like a level 3 spell, just by the name.
Okay, all of you need to make a dexterity saving throw as a line of fire that starts from the Violet Shroud shoots towards you, crosses across your, like, shoots in a straight line across Michaela, Aki, Leia, and Ahatsu, like a wall of fire that passes through you, and you're trying to use your reaction to, like, jump aside from it. Dexterity saving throw. Good job. It is a DC. Wait a second. Let me check.
Why am I only getting good rolls
12,
on my
13,
saves
14,
and not on my
16,
shooting?
17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's a 16 DC. Is it? No, an 18 DC. That's an 18 DC. Dexterity saving throw. So which of you were able to make an 18 DC? Two of you. Somehow 2 of you made an 18 DC dexterity saving throw. How the fuck did 2 of you make that?
Do I get anything special for getting a nat 20?
You just make it completely. Like, even if it wasn't 18, like, even if it was like a 22, I probably would give it to you. So you just automatically succeed, no matter what the DC is. So yeah, as this wall of fire shoots out, Ohatsu does this graceful step aside to dodge the wall of flame. Leia does another graceful step to the side as this wall of flame shoots past her. You notice that this wall of flame shoots really fucking fast. You think to yourself, man, that's a really fucking powerful wall of flame that just went past me. Aki and Michaela get caught completely in the brunt of it and take 3d8 fire damage.
Oh god.
Which is 7 damage to both Michaela and Aki. So both Michaela and Aki take 7 fire damage. And Leia and Ohatsu, even though you both step aside, some of the cinders of the firewall still jump over to you. You take half the damage, rounded up, I think. You take 4 damage. So Ahatsu and Leia take 4 fire damage, and Aki and Michaela take 7 fire damage. However, the Violet Shroud is not done yet, because the Violet Shroud, you can see as you look at the Violet Shroud after you've taken this burning heat to your face and your entire body, you have been told through rumors, through friends, or just other people around you, like you've been told stories about the black feather, about the white feathers, and you have been told that they have this amulet that they have around their like neck that looks like a moth or whatever, and the Violet Shroud also has an amulet like that, but the amulet is of course purple, because of course it fucking is, and it suddenly starts glowing in this intense magical light that sort of like makes the entire room light up in this purple light. And as you are temporarily blinded by this light, you see the Violet Shroud suddenly casting another spell. Yes, this is an item that allows the Violet Shroud to cast 2 spells per turn. And the other spell that this enemy, the Violet Shroud, casts is the following. It casts... it casts greater invisibility. All of you guys see in front of yourself this enemy suddenly disappearing. Violet Shroud suddenly disappears in front of you. But you can tell that she must have cast an ability that made her invisible. And it is now Aki's turn. What do you do, Aki?
Ooh, I don't know, but I'm trying to find out where that person did go.
You can try to use one of your senses, like for example your hearing, to try and figure out where this person went. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, hearing.
Okay, do a perception roll with disadvantage. Like just roll perception twice. Okay, and a second time. Okay, 7. Okay, with disadvantage, you only can tell that she's somewhere in the southern hemisphere of this room, but you have absolutely no idea where exactly she is. That was your action. You can still move if you want to, or you can just pass your turn.
I pass my turn.
Okay, next up is Michaela. What do you do?
All right. So in order to narrow down where it is, hang on, let me make sure I measure this correctly.
Where she is. It's a girl, yeah.
Sorry, she. My bad. This is 30 feet. And I'm going to use Sense Malice.
You use Sense Malice. Okay, you need to do a saving throw.
Yep.
Okay, it costs 5.
Yes.
You use your action to sense malice, and you can, with your sense malice, you can tell that you can sense an immense negative malice, like just malice, that is coming from somewhere towards the northwest. I'm gonna probably paint it on screen. Let me check. Somewhere in this direction. This direction you can sense the malice coming from.
All right. Telepathically, I tell, and in order to So, in case the enemy is watching me, I'm gonna give my friends a telepathic signal. Telepathically tell them that it's going to be somewhere in this direction that you've lined out. But I try not to give any, like, physical signals, so they don't know that I know what direction they might be in.
Okay.
So there, my information is relayed, and yeah, that's my action.
Okay. Next up is Leia. What do you do?
Okay, well, let's see here. Because if it were here, great. So I'm going to move over here, and the range on my lightning is 30 feet, which means it should fizzle out before it hits Michaela. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot lightning in a line.
Okay, roll for hit with disadvantage.
Here we go. First one. Okay, so that's the first one, and the second one disadvantage.
Okay, let me see if that actually hits. Oh my god, you fucking lucker. That exactly hits with a 15.
Nice.
So that's 15 damage.
Okay, you suddenly see something appear right here. Your lightning passes around this area, and you notice that she appears once again in this area down there. Let me check, by the way. I need to do something descending. There you go. She appears right there as the lightning crashes across her body. How much damage was it?
15.
15 damage. Okay. By the way, there's no function to make an enemy invisible, so I have to just delete them and then make them new again, which is great.
You can move them to the GM layer.
I can do that?
Yep. I had in one of my old campaigns, I had a DM have someone use greater invisibility, and all they did was put them on the GM layer, and that way they could still move the token, and perform actions,
Oh.
and do stuff with them.
It's invisible now,
without
right?
having- Yep.
Yeah.
And now you don't have to remember the exact position where they are. You can actually move them and do all the measurements and all that without us seeing it.
Ah, thank you. You just made the fight even harder for yourself.
Thanks, Adwins.
I'm gonna shoot out my first bolt of lightning, and when I see that it makes an impact, I'll say, "What do you think you're doing? This is supposed to be neutral territory." And then I'll kick out a second one, and that's 2 damage.
By the way, you said there was 15 damage. Wasn't it 11 damage because you don't have advantage?
It's oh, that's right. I don't have advantage, so yeah, only
Even less damage, even.
11 damage. Yes.
Oh,
Actually, it was just
still.
7 damage.
Thank you. I forgot I don't get sneak attack on anything.
Yeah, it was just 7
Yes.
damage.
Yeah, 7, and then another 2 on top of that.
Look at this rogue trying to get sneak attack on everything.
yeah, the lightning hits her. She seems surprised. I mean, you can't see her face, but just the way she moves her body, you think to yourself, oh man, she was probably surprised by that. But it doesn't seem to do any lasting damage upon her body after that. I mean, she's wearing a robe, so you can't tell anyway, but at least it seems like it doesn't do any lasting damage. Okay, next up is Ohatsu. She doesn't answer, by the way.
So in telepathically, she's gonna be reaching out to all of the, except Violet Shroud, lady.
What the fuck?
She's gonna be like, so with that last spell that she used, we need to keep each other scattered out, so then we could also find her, because she could fucking just go invisible. And she's also realized that her aim is really bad, so she's just gonna try to stay away from people. She's gonna move up, she's gonna move back a little bit, and then she's gonna fire recklessly.
Certainly you're not
recklessly
going to get another natural one, right?
At least you have advantage. Okay.
Yay, you actually hit.
Yay!
Well,
I actually hit something!
Wow.
Yay! That isn't my teammate! Yay!
you throw
Yay.
your exploding teddy bear onto the Violet Shroud. Sorry, the Violet Shroud. And as you hit her, the fire engulfs her for 13 fire damage. Okay. Still, it doesn't seem like it really does much to this person in front of you. And it just shrugs it off and doesn't seem surprised at all. And now it's her turn again. Now let's see what else she can do. Ooh. Ooh. You think to yourself, weak, I can deal with that. And does the following. She casts... Oh, you're not gonna like this. I'm so sorry, Ohatsu. You're not gonna like this. You're gonna fucking hate this so much. But it has to be done. She takes out her dark blue book again. It sort of floats in front of her. You see like sort of green magic emanate in front of her. And she casts Banishment, a level 4 spell on Ohatsu. Okay. It does the following. You have to do a charisma saving throw of
Oh
DC.
God.
What was it, 17 or something? Let me check again. Was 17, right? Or 18? 17. I'm gonna give you 17. 17 DC charisma saving throw.
Oh God.
Good luck. That's a 4.
Oh.
Uh,
Have fun
Okay.
in the plane of water.
You, well, we're not really using D&D for planes. We're using Magia record planes, which are a lot more fun. So you suddenly feel your entire body being transported somewhere as you're teleported against your will onto another plane of existence. Now, the only planes of existence that you know of are, of course, the plane you're in right now, the physical plane. But you also know about the rumor plane, the witch plane. There's like the planes of existence that you know of. Maybe there's some other planes out there, but you don't really know about them yet. But you suddenly find yourself in a sort of sea of magic that you're suddenly drifting in, and the magic that's surrounding you feels like it's just completely overwhelming you with this sense of rumor magic that you're suddenly swimming in, and it really just looks like like kilometers in every single direction around you. It's just a sea of rumor magic, and you feel completely alone. That was banishment.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. It lasts for up to 10 turns, but it's concentration. The fun part is if you were a being that wasn't native to the physical realm, like if you were a rumor minion or if you were a witch or something like that, you would actually be permanently banned to that realm. So good thing you're not. So what else this thing, the Violet Shroud does? Once again, the amulet of the Violet Shroud sort of seems to light up, and the Violet Shroud says to you, "You guys don't even know what you're dealing with." And suddenly something appears in front of you guys. The following appears in front of you. This thing suddenly appears right here. Another rumor minion appears in front of you. Just out of nowhere, just summoned there. Let me check something very quickly though. Leia, can you roll an Arcana check with disadvantage against me? And I know you're innate magic, but still, this is disadvantage. It's really fucking hard, but roll an Arcana with disadvantage against it, please.
quick
5,
question.
7.
Can I just put Ohatsu in the void and like just
So wouldn't the disadvantage
You can do
cancel out the advantage?
The thing is, this thing is like double disadvantage. Because this
Sure.
is, the thing is,
Fine,
what I
fine.
want you to see is something that in theory only a spellcaster could even see. The fact that I'm allowing you to see it at all is already your magic. Because usually this is something that I wrote down in my notes, only spellcasters get this check. But I'm giving it to you anyway, because even though you're not a spellcaster, you have to learn magic. Anyway, this is what you guys get for having a spellcaster, by the way. So yeah, you get the feeling that something is wrong with this rumor minion. Like, you can tell this is a genuine rumor minion. It's not an illusion or something like that. It's not an apparition. This is a genuine rumor minion. But you can tell something is wrong with that thing. But you don't know what. You have absolutely no idea what exactly is wrong with this thing. But you have a bad feeling, or a weird feeling rather, about this thing. That was the Violet Shroud's turn. Next up is Aki.
Oh, guys, I think we should be careful. I mean, that's Midama's place. Maybe we should try to get it outside.
How do you want to do that?
I have chains. I could try to chain it, and then we could try to get it out.
Okay,
Yeah, try.
you can try for that.
Okay, I will.
And you will first have to walk up to the Violet Shroud, right? How are you walking up to the Violet Shroud? Show me the path. That's a table in the middle, by the way. You can try and get around it.
But I'm just in front of it.
Are you trying to use the chains on the Violet Shroud, or are you trying to use the chains on the minion?
Oh. How many are there actually? I thought it was only the minion.
There's one minion, and that's the Violet Shroud.
Yeah, I think the Violet Shroud would be smarter.
Okay. Can you like move your token in such a way that you're like moving towards the Violet Shroud or like next to the Violet Shroud?
Yeah, I will try to get past it. Like, I mean, I can't go through the minion, so I get around it like this.
What?
I'm going to give you a tip. Because you're a magical girl, you can just jump over the table.
Oh, like this, probably.
Like just in general, when you think about like when you have a goal in mind, like your goal is to get from where you are to the Violet Shroud, just think to yourself, if I was in that situation, how would I do it? And I assume if you were in that situation, you would jump over the table. So just tell me like, hey, I want to jump over the table, and I will tell you, yeah, you can do that.
I forgot that.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so you're next to the Violet Shroud. Try and do a grapple against the Violet Shroud.
Okay. Grapple? Where is it?
I think that's a contested strength check. Let me check. No, it is an attack action, so roll for attack.
Unarmed strike.
Oh no, wait a second. Okay, well, wait a second. Actually, I'm reading up on it right now. It is you can decide to either do a strength check or you can do a dexterity check. In your case, you have more strength, so you do a strength check against the Violet Shroud. So just roll a strength check. Okay, I'm going to roll against that. And the Violet Shroud fails the strength check. You're able to grapple the Violet Shroud. You use all of your movement to get up to the Violet Shroud, sadly, so you can't do any more movement this turn. But next turn, you could use your movement to like drag the Violet Shroud away if you wanted to. However, that was your action, and since you used your chains for that, you can't use it for the bonus action, sadly. Next up is Michaela.
All right. Wait. I'm sorry. Was Aki successful in grappling her?
Yeah, it is a Violet Shroud is grappled at this point.
I'm gonna walk up to her, and I'm gonna try and get some words out of her. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
And the Violet Shroud says, I have to help my friend. You guys wouldn't understand.
Try
Fights
us.
for her friends.
Try you? You're just newbies. There's no
Mitama just sent us to our deaths. We were lucky enough to survive. I'm not sure how much I trust her. And I know you don't trust me very much. But maybe we can reach an understanding.
If you survive, Mitama did not send you to your deaths. You guys are not giving Mitama enough trouble. I know Mitama well enough. She knows you guys. Better than you know yourselves, probably. She knows me, well, better than I know myself, probably. She knows my friend as well. But I need to talk to her, and you guys are getting in my way.
Hold on.
You can't talk for much longer, by the way. You've already talked for more than 6 seconds.
Yes. I know. Sorry, someone else was talking to me in real life. Okay. Well, honestly, you're. I'm gonna go ahead and do a one-handed battle axe.
Okay.
All right, that is a total miss.
Yeah, that's a complete miss.
All right, well that's it then.
Here's the weird part. I'm looking up the conditions for grapple, and it doesn't say that anyone has advantage against them. But certainly, you must have advantage against someone who's grappled, right?
It would make sense, but then there are a lot of things in D&D that should make sense, but they don't. Because that would make things too easy. So, right now I'm filling up laundry stuff, so I can't actually look up the grapple rules.
Okay, so yeah, like it doesn't show anywhere that you get advantage against the grappled character. You just have speed 0. Okay, so your attack sadly misses as she sort of like moves her body out of the way. Next up, it's Leia.
I am going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I want to try and snatch that amulet that she has off of her. I want to pull it away from her.
Roll a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Even though she's grappled, disadvantage?
It's not that easy to grab an amulet that someone is wearing. And I mean, here's the thing, like she's grappled, it just says that she has 0 speed. It just doesn't actually say that she has disadvantage or anything.
Same number.
Ooh. I'm going to use her. Okay, she actually has a little bit of dexterity. I'm going to use her passive dexterity. It's just good enough, sadly. You're not able to overcome a passive dexterity to get the amulet. It was a good try. It was at least a good try. I'm going to tell you this. If you actually managed this, it would have been fucking insane. But sadly, she sort of winds her body out of the way. She's like struggling really hard and like jumping back and forth, and you're just not able to grab a hold of her amulet. And sadly, that was your action. You can still use your bonus action if you want to.
Yep, I'll use it to kick because that's what I can do.
Okay. Let me check. That is indeed a hit. Roll for damage. Okay, already did.
10 damage.
10 damage. Ooh. Some lightning courses through her body, but still, she still overall looks like it didn't do that much to it. Like you are noticing that you are doing damage to her body, but it's still not doing that much, to be honest. Okay, let me add a quick turn to this guy.
And concentration to see if Ohatsu gets out of banishment.
There's actually no save against that. If you're banished, you're banished.
I would double check that if I were you.
Let me check. Is there No, the spell does not tell you that you get another chance.
I dealt damage, and banishment is concentration.
Oh, you mean concentration? Oh, I thought you meant the like every turn banishment. Okay, yeah, banishment, concentration. That makes sense. Because some spells give you like additional chances to resist the spell later on, but yeah, concentration. You mean that? Okay, so that's a Constitution saving throw against how much damage did you do?
Just 10.
10. Okay, let me check. Oh, I gave her so much constitution. That's good. And she doesn't make it. It's a natural 1. Oh my god. Ohatsu just suddenly, as you hit with the lightning, Ohatsu just suddenly reappears. I don't know where you were standing, Ohatsu. Suddenly reappears. Okay, suddenly reappears in the real world. You don't know what happened, Ohatsu. You just suddenly, with one snap of the finger, just reappeared in the real world, and you see what's happening in front of you, and that's cool. I'm gonna have to do something very quickly. This and go back down to Leia. There you go. Okay, that was your turn, Leia, though. Okay, so next up is Ohatsu.
So Ohatsu, who's just like vibing in, you know, in another realm, is like, Nani the heck? And she's like, Shiangi. Can I be reckless again?
You can always be reckless. You can be reckless every turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna recklessly shoot. The Violet Shroud.
You don't have to do that every time. Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna do it every time.
Okay. Yeah, roll for it. Okay. Oh, you already did. 15, 17.
Yeah.
That is a hit. You do 10 fire damage. Once again, you notice the fire definitely doing some damage to this person, but she still looks pretty much alright. You're getting the feeling this character is pretty darn fucking powerful. Next up is the Violet Shroud. First off, she's not even going to attempt a save against the grapple. She doesn't give a fuck about the grapple. Because you know why? Because she has a spell called Misty Step, which allows her to teleport. So she just teleports out of the chains up here, over here. She just fucking teleports away and doesn't give a shit about the grapple, basically. Yeah. She then, once again, has her amulet flare up, and I'm sorry for you guys, but I've written down the Violet Shroud doesn't fuck around, so she's not gonna fuck around. The Violet Shroud casts a level 3 spell, Fireball, at Leia, Michaela, and Aki. So to everyone out there who might have only heard about Fireball in like other games, like maybe you've played other RPGs, maybe like World of Warcraft, maybe you played like Final Fantasy 14, you think it's like, oh, Fireball. You just shoot a little ball of fire and it does a little bit of damage. That's not what Fireball is. Fireball in Dungeons & Dragons, the original Fireball is basically a tactical nuke. Like the original Fireball is literally an explosion of flame that hits half the room and turns everything into cinder. That's the original fucking Fireball. Like, Fireball doesn't mean you shoot a ball of fire. It means you create a ball of fire of like 30 yards diameter. You create a giant inferno fire. That's fucking Fireball, dude. So she basically snaps her finger. As she snaps her fingers, you see this tiny streak, a tiny streak of flame that within an instant, within like a split second, makes its way from the Violet Shroud to the center of the room. Like it makes its way behind Aki, like behind Aki's ears, because she wants to try and avoid hitting the rumor minion. The streak of fire like flits through the air past all of you guys behind Aki, and as it hits the wall behind Aki, it suddenly explodes into this inferno of flame. And let me see how much damage this really does.
We need to do a dexterity save.
Exactly, you guys need to do a dexterity saving throws, but you also need to do roll damage. So all of you guys need to do a dexterity saving throw against DC 17.
Okay, I'm dead. And while he's doing that, I'm letting you guys know the actual damage roll is 8d6.
Yeah, to be honest, I was like, I don't need to roll. It's probably gonna knock me out, regardless.
You're right. So if you make the saving throw, you take half damage. I rolled the damage right now, stream can see it. Half damage is 15.
Love it.
So if you take full damage, if you miss the saving throw, which is 18. So if you don't make 18, you take 30 damage.
Nice.
If you are at 18 or above, you take 15 damage. So the explosion of flame deals 15 damage to Leia, 30 damage to Aki, and 30 damage to Michaela. Everyone just suddenly collapses onto the ground as a charred corpse. You're not really completely dead, but you're unconscious as fuck. And that was the turn of the Violet Shroud. All of you guys are on the fucking ground right now. The minion gets a turn. And the minion, let me see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, 6. It has 30 feet. Oh, it's exactly enough to get to you with 30 feet. It's exactly enough. It gets
Leave me
you,
alone.
and it tries to swipe at you with some appendages. The appendages do the following amount of damage. Oh my god, I don't know why I need to keep looking this up. Does a 9 hit? No, it doesn't. It tries to side with you with its punches, but it fucking misses. Absolutely. Leia's on the ground. Ohatsu, it's your turn. Everyone else just got turned into fucking cinders on the ground.
Can I just leave?
Leave in what way?
She's not gonna leave actually. First of all, how do I determine like my jump distance?
If you want to jump forwards, like at a distance, I think it's just your strength score. Let me check. Movement, jumping, yumping, yumping. Okay, if you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. Yeah, like the strength score. In this case, how much strength do you have?
I have 17.
So you can jump 17. However, as a Megoka, I gave you bonus jump distance, which means that your jump is instead 3 times as much. So 3 times 17.
You are asking the wrong person to do math. It's 51.
Okay, that's a lot.
Before I do anything, I'm just gonna consult you guys. Can Ohatsu even do anything to like wake any of them up?
You can get one of us up, and then we'll go down immediately.
I mean, if you want to ask them telepathically, they can't answer.
No, I'm talking like in universe. No, not in universe. Like to you guys,
Okay.
like the.
Like you know that as a magical girl, you could just use your Megoka heal to heal them, and if they get healed, they get back up.
Okay.
But this thing's turn is next, and that's a total waste of effort, honestly.
Yeah.
If I were you, I'd either go down swing or get out of dodge.
Yeah. Wait, what did you? Wait, what? Go up.
Go down swinging.
Yeah. I think then Ohatsu. Can she jump like? Could you jump like here?
You can do that. Keep in mind, if you jump, you're still gonna eat a reaction attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's gonna jump anyways.
You can just move there. You don't need to jump.
Yeah. Oh, okay. She just moves. But like, I think that she's just like in you. She jumps away.
Let me check if that reaction attack hits you. It
Yeah.
does. The action attack
Okay.
rolled a 22 against you,
Okay.
which means it swipes against you for only 6 damage. So you get
only 6
some
damage.
punches swap against you again for 6 damage. Yeah, like, it could have rolled a lot more, is what I'm saying.
Wait, let me adjust this. Sorry, guys. Well, you know what? She's gonna recklessly shoot the Violet Shroud. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, roll for hit. Oh, that's a good hit. 14 damage.
Nice.
Until she just banishes me again.
Okay, this time you notice that once again you're still you're not noticing any too much physical change on her, but you swear that when you hit her with that explosion, that she sort of flinched just a little bit. So you do think to yourself, you're actually making progress against this terrible being. So if you go to herself, next up is the Violet Shroud. So the thing is, she doesn't really have any more big spell slots. She used most of them up already, okay? So I can tell you guys that she doesn't really have too much else left. However, she is going to do the following. Oh my god, I gave her only good abilities. Okay. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's actually perfect.
Is it though?
She
For
moves down here to Michaela and starts casting a spell on Michaela's soul gem. Ohatsu, you see this? You can't tell what sort of spell this is. It looks non-destructive, but you have a bad feeling about whatever spell she's casting on Michaela's soul gem right now. And that's her entire action. She's casting a spell on Michaela's soul gem. Aki is on the ground, can't do anything. Michaela's on the ground, can't do anything. It's the rumor's turn. Now, the rumor at this point, it starts flickering really hard and disappears. The rumor suddenly flickers so hard it simply disappears into nothing. It means Leia is next, but can't do anything because she's fucking dead. And Ohatsu is next already. By the way, all of you guys on your... what was the timer at? So was 3 on the next turn? 2, 1... Okay, you still got 1 turn on the ground, and then after that, you're going to have to reconstitute. So Ohatsu, it's your turn. You notice that the rumor disappeared and that Violet Shroud is casting something Michaela's soul gem.
That's pretty sus. She's gonna... Wait. Yep. And then she's just gonna... All she could really do is fire. Because,
Okay, roll for hit.
Yep.
I'm going to give you a disadvantage because she's distracted and she doesn't give a shit about you right now.
Okay.
Okay, you hit anyway. 13 damage. I'm going to roll a concentration save from her. Well, I can tell you right now that what she's casting is not a D&D spell, it's a homebrew spell.
Okay.
13 damage, right? That's a 1d20 plus constitution, that's plus this much. Oh shit, I need to check again. Oh, plus 3 even. Ooh. She just barely succeeds the check. She's able to keep casting this ability, you're not able to interrupt her. But you do notice now that she's definitely flinching from your attacks, and yet your attacks are definitely now making an impact upon her. But she's still looking outwardly kind of alright. Next up, the Violet Shroud. She finishes her cast, and the cast does the following. She sort of moves. She had her hands on Michaela's soul gem. She now moves them up, and as she does, sort of magical energy gets drawn out of Michaela's soul gem and coalesces. The sort of magic that was drawn out of Michaela's soul gem coalesces into a physical item. She has created a physical item out of magic created of Michaela's soul gem. This physical item it's a tiny pen. She's created a tiny pencil, like a pen rather, that she is sort of like puts in her pocket and goes like, oh, another one for my collection. And as that happens, Michaela, you lose 50 soul power.
Ooh.
I guess it's like, you know, Meguka pen and paper.
I see.
Okay, next turn.
I do have a question.
Yeah?
I have a question. Did we give the book to Mitama, or do we still have it?
The what?
The yellow book?
You did give it to Mitama.
Do we have that?
Also,
do we
it's
have it?
blue.
Okay, just... Yep.
In fact, the book that you by the way, you all guys remember that the book that you gave to Mitama looks almost the same as the one that Violet Shroud has right now.
Yep, that's what I was wondering.
The one that exudes the rumor energy, yeah. Yeah, so Aki is on the ground, still has 1 turn, Michaela, Leia. So, I can tell you guys right now, the next turn for Aki, Michaela, and Leia, you are forced to auto-reconstitute. Ohatsu, it's your turn.
She's saying that she's, like, that the Violet Shroud's doing, like, sketchy shit. Is it possible if I could just, like, bum rush her and, like, just push her away from everybody?
You can try.
Do I have to do anything?
I mean, you've already seen that she finished her magic, by the way, so, yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Okay, you can do that.
I mean,
I'm gonna just give you an attack that while you're bum rushing her, you're hitting her with your bazooka. You can do that.
yeah, I could do that, too.
Yeah, just roll for regular attack. As you, like,
how do
move
I
towards
do
her.
that?
Just regular attack.
It's just a normal attack?
Yeah.
Because it has, like, isn't there, like, a fire damage thing that's, like, that you gotta consider? Because if I roll for the bear's...
I mean,
Or am I doing the unarmed strike thing?
I assume you're trying to tackling her while firing your bazooka at her to like knock her away, right?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Okay.
That's not
I'll
what I was
just do that.
picturing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you fucking lucker.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna give you advantage on that because she's still not paying attention to you because she doesn't give a shit about you. She just wanted to get the thing from Michaela. And with advantage, you have a 15, which hits exactly. And it does 16 damage, which gets her exactly to a certain number that I've written down. Is the number where she's bloodied. You have now gotten her to a point where she's now actually showing external signs of having taken a bunch of damage. Now you can actually see her cloak having sort of burned in some places. The magical shadow that is obscuring her face is flickering. You can see sort of parts of skin underneath. And you definitely notice that this time you've actually done a considerable amount of damage to her. And as you have done this amount of damage to her, she sort of inspects herself, what has happened to her, and she looks at you, or like has her face pointed towards the direction. You still can't see what her face actually is. And she just goes, well, if I'm not welcome here, I guess I'm gonna have to come back later. And with that, she casts...
Vanish.
She casts Great Invisibility. However, as she casts Great Invisibility, I'm going to give you a reaction attack because she's moving out of your range. So if you want to, you can get a reaction attack, but at disadvantage.
Okay. Nope.
With disadvantage, the side does not hit. So you're trying to fire after her as she goes invisible and moves away from you. It doesn't work. You're not able to hit her again. And with that, the fight ends. So the thing is, right next after this, Aki, Michaela, and Leia would all have to auto-reconstitute. However, I'm going to give you this because you just barely managed to do it, and I want to give you this, guys. I want to not fuck you over immediately right now, because if I just go by what I have written down right now, Michaela would have to double right now. However, I've also written down that as soon as the fight ends, Mitama comes back. So
Fuck you, Mitama.
comes back. I'm going to put her on the map again. So Mitama comes back into... just suddenly appears again. Bloop. And so here's the thing. I've said that on one hand, you would double immediately right now, but on the other hand, Mitama comes back. So I'm just going to give Mitama the turn. And Mitama is going to cast a circle of healing, basically, on all of you guys. And it's going to heal all of you guys for a 1d4. I'm going to roll that 1d4. It's a 2 HP. All of you guys heal for 2 HP, which means all of you guys no longer have to worry about doubling. Michaela was literally one turn. All of you guys were one turn away from losing a shit ton of your magical energy. But yeah. You've done it. All of you get back to 2 HP. You're all conscious again. On one hand, I would have loved to see Michaela double. On the other hand, it kind of would have been a little bit unfair.
Also, would be a waste because, like, the battle's over.
Yeah, you would have just stood there with your double and not do anything.
And then I would have been, like, crippled or something.
Yep. You would have been crippled for nothing. So the fight at this point ends. The Violet Shroud has moved away. So yeah, by the way, I've written down that as soon as the Violet Shroud gets bloodied, she runs away and the battle ends. And you've just barely, with exactly the amount of HP, been able to bloody her at that moment and make the battle end.
Oh, good.
That would have been really fucking terrible otherwise.
Okay, so first things first, Ohatsu's gonna go over to Mitama, just fucking grab her by like her, the collar, near her neck, and be like, "Okay, bitch, what's up? Like, why you just dip on us? And who the fuck is that?"
Well, he said, "Well, I can't fight my girlfriend, and my guardian isn't here, so I was hoping you guys could take care of it, and you did. So thank you."
Yeah, like,
It?
yeah,
Thank you?
yeah. She's still like holding her, like, and just like lifting her up. By the way, because she's fucking strong.
Well, that's what she said. What do you say?
Wait, can you say what again? I'm like
Which she said,
blanking.
my girlfriend, my guardian isn't here, so I wasn't able to call her over. But you guys were here. You guys were able to take care of her, so thank you for saving me.
So you just hid while some psycho showed up and started attacking?
Well, I can't fight, so I would have just been dead weight anyway.
No, but you could call for help or something. Don't you have like a network? Don't you have a phone?
You could use telepathy. You're a magical girl like us.
Well, I did, but my girlfriend is currently in school, so I couldn't call her.
I think Ohatsu's gonna be like, you're gonna tell us what's going on right now, or else you're gonna, like, your girlfriend and your guardian are gonna see some not so good when they come here. Can I roll for
Okay,
intimidation?
can you let me down, please?
You're not gonna just leave on us?
Why would I? This is my house.
Oh, why would you?
You did just now.
Yeah.
Well, you saved me. I'm gonna give you
Oh,
all.
I'm
You didn't
so
save
glad
us, you
didn't
you're
do
anything.
safe and fine.
Well, I did heal you guys.
Oh, thanks. After getting us into shit.
Wasn't
Again.
my fault.
Don't
Those
you
were hard to
start
just-
with that. Don't you start with that.
It kind of is your fault because they were looking for you. So, like I said, you better fucking tell us right now, or else I am gonna do something really.
Yeah,
I have a bazooka right in your face.
You just let me down. I'm gonna heal you. It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine.
Oh, okay. This is me talking to the other members, like in outer universe. Do you want me to let her down? I guess, right?
Give her the ultimatum that she has to tell the truth before we let her down.
Yeah, Ohatsu's gonna be like, if I find out you're lying to us, that girl, that Violet Shroud girl, is gonna be the least of your problems, okay?
Well, of course. Why would your local adjuster ever lie?
At this point, I think Ohatsu's kind of like gonna let her go, but like basically just throw her. Doesn't give a shit. Just like fucking like, you know.
You know what, Mitama, you're right. You wouldn't lie to us. But omission of the truth is another thing.
What do you think I am, Cube? No. She says, well, first things first, I'm gonna have to take care of that. And she offers to heal you all to full HP.
Whoop-de-doo.
And she
We have no
does.
choice but to accept.
Well, yeah, she heals you all to full HP by using her special magic to somehow heal you guys. So yeah, you're all full HP again. Isn't that great? Isn't that nice that you all got healed to full HP again? Shouldn't you be thankful, Kimitama?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we have to. We have no choice.
This is the bare minimum. You don't thank people for the bare minimum.
Bears where? Okay, so
in Hohatsu's bazooka.
she says the following. Okay, she says, well, I don't really know exactly who that person was, but I could tell that they wanted to, that they were out for blood. They weren't gonna stop until they got me. So I was gonna call my guardian, but they currently, they're currently disposed with because they have their other two kind of girlfriends that she's hanging out with. And I wasn't going to pull her out of class for this, because you guys were here and you guys are capable. You guys showed that you were able to defeat.
Okay, you are digging yourself a hole right
person
now.
That you're capable of everything, right? You're the heroes. Isn't that worth something?
If you keep talking like that, I'm gonna fucking knock your lights out. Just talk to us. Just tell us what's happening right now.
I guess you guys don't want to be heroes. Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know who exactly they are, but I know that they are the Violet Shroud. And I know that they are able to create, and listen to this, they're able to create rumors. they're able to create the kinds of beings that you dealt with on the park. I don't know what you guys did, but you guys probably dealt with that rumor on the park. At least you guys told me so. That girl is able to create those kinds of rumors, and as you guys can see, they're not witches. They're not anything like witches, but they are magical beings, and they are meant to follow the text of the rumor to sort of entrance people, to drain people of their life power. We have to stop them. And you guys already stopped one of them. Isn't that amazing? You guys already stopped one of them. You guys should be proud of yourself.
Stop telling us what we should feel and should do, because I'm getting very sick of it.
They're just being like Blizzard Entertainment right now. You should feel accomplishment about what you're doing. Anyway, so what do you guys want to ask her? Because you're just saying, tell us, and she's like, what should I tell you guys?
Everything.
Everything. Well, I was born a bunch of years ago.
No, not what she meant. All right, what do you
Like what about like the soul gem that you wanted us to get, because we went to get, that rumor, and you said that you would do the soul gem thing. Whose soul gem is that? What are your goals?
That was the soul gem of an old friend of mine who is already gone and went back to being a magical girl. Maybe you'll find her again someday. Don't worry about it. By the way, speaking about that, if you meet Chino, I know I've sort of banned Chino from my establishment, which is because, in case you guys didn't tell, Chino kept fighting people. Kind of like that other idiot that kept fighting people around here, Tsuruno, but don't worry about her. If you guys meet her again, by the way, you can tell her that she can come back, because I kind of need more customers, and I'm just gonna have to deal with that.
You can tell her.
But she already thinks that I hate her, which I kind of do. But if you're out there,
someone else to tell her.
But you guys
gotta
know
face your
her.
own consequences. No, we don't.
Okay, I'm gonna tell other people as well. But in case you meet her first, tell her, okay?
No.
Why not?
Not our
You
problem.
keep telling us
Yeah,
to
it's not a
do
problem.
things, and then you're like, okay, thanks, bye.
I'm just asking you to tell her that she can come by again. That's all I'm asking.
No.
Don't care.
We'll take it under consideration. Okay?
Okay. But yeah, so that part has been resolved. I guess I can take down the wanted poster for Chino, which you guys didn't see because none of you guys are super perceptive. But yeah, I guess I can take down the wanted poster for Chino again, because I guess she's welcome again. But I need to put up the wanted poster for that other girl again who kept fighting people. Jesus fuck. What the fuck is wrong with Felicia? Anyway, so about the stuff with the rumors. So here's the thing about the Violet Shroud, okay? She can create rumors, and the rumor that you have fought in the park, that was one of the rumors that was created by the Violet Shroud. And you can tell that was the case because you got me this book. There's these other rumors out there. Like, I have other friends. I have so many friends around the city because everyone loves me, right? But I have other friends around the city that are also dealing with other rumors. And those don't leave magical items behind. But if you see a rumor that drops magical items behind, that's one of the rumors of the Violet Shroud. And in case you guys haven't realized this yet, we need to stop the Violet Shroud. Because she kind of hates me, and that's why we need to stop her. But also, she kind of hates everyone else. And that might be another reason why. But yeah, we just stop her of creating more rumors, because these rumors are inconveniencing my customers and some of the people of Kamihama, which is bad, right? You would agree that's bad.
What's their connection to the Wings of Magias?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who this Violet Shroud person is. But if they're wearing one of their robes, they must have some sort of connection to them. You think I know everything?
Yes.
Well, you know enough that you ran off.
I'm just a normal high school girl. How should I know that?
Ohatsu is like, he's like really just, she's holding back a fist to fucking punch
I'm
her in
thinking
the face.
telepathically to her. I bet you she's actually like 26 or something.
That's fighting words.
27, I think.
At least she's not pushing 40, right? Pushing 40s, right?
Yikes.
Anyway, she
That's-
tells you that
oh,
these rumors, they must be dealt with because the Violet Shroud is probably going to create even more of those rumors. Rima says, I don't know who has the power to even create rumors, because that's something that I've never heard before. Especially because they seem to be, like I said, different rumors than the ones that my other friends are dealing with. So if you go out there and you find more rumors like that, I actually have a catalog of some of the rumors that I think have been created by the Violet Shroud, because they seem to all fall into the same scheme, same modus operandi as these sort of rumors that you've already dealt with. And if you can bring me all these magical items that you might get from these rumors, we might be able to find out who the Violet Shroud is. And if we can find out who the Violet Shroud is, then maybe we can take them down and put an end to these rumors and get revenge for you guys getting fucked up.
So why don't you ask your girlfriend to do this instead?
Because she's already dealing with the other rumors. Together with that Yachio girl.
I'm sure she can deal with the other ones too.
Yeah, they're all the same, right? Basically.
Do you know
Well, if they're
how
all the
many
same-
rumors there are in this city? There's way too many for just a few people to deal with them.
So instead you want the 4 of us to deal with them.
Yeah, the 4 of us are my guardian. It's just 1 versus
Don't-
4. Come on.
And go anywhere that you're gonna regret. Okay? Okay, you are on very thin ice with me right now. I try and look for the best in you, but you are on very thin ice right now.
You're getting
I'm-
you're getting free adjustments too.
Oh, good for us.
And then Michaela just says, I'm going home. I'll see you guys later." And then she's just gonna start leaving.
You can do that.
Do you guys want to go out and eat dinner?
I would love dinner.
Oh, Hatsu's probably gonna start like she's just gonna give friggin' Mitama like a super glare down, and then she's gonna be like whatever, and then she's also gonna walk off, and she's also gonna ask Michaela if she wants to eat out with the others too.
As you do that,
On her.
Mitama goes, well, as a sign of peace, I could make you some food.
No, I don't want your shit.
I make the best chicken nuggets.
Chicken
Alright.
nuggets.
I'm following Ohatsu. I'm outie.
You all just leaving?
Yeah, I mean, I know I am. Like, she's not even she's not looking back.
Okay. Is everyone leaving, or is someone wanting to stay behind, or whatever? Or still ask your questions? Like,
Yeah,
it's up to you.
I'm leaving too. I'm sorry, Mitama. I have to go too.
Okay. Mitama puts on his puppy face like, but my nuggets are great.
I don't give a fuck about your nuggets. Leave us the fuck alone.
I close the door behind us.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, you guys all make your way out of Mitamas. However, I did mention that Mitama has a sort of selection of different rumors that you can go after next. Which is like, okay, I have this selection of rumors that have also been created by the Violet Shroud, and you have been given this selection of the next rumors that you can go after. And I've actually had you select the choice for this, because I've already told you that depending on how fast we are, this choice might be in the middle of a session. Turns out it's now at the end of a session, because you guys really, like I said, you guys almost killed the boss in a single fucking turn. And then took
fucked up.
7 turns after that to actually kill it. But yeah, so the choice that I've given you guys of the different rumors that you guys can go after, I'm gonna tell you guys again for everyone else who is currently watching this. The 3 next rumors that you the choice that I've given you is, on one hand, the rumor of the haunted weather station. The other one is the rumor at Shinsei Ice Cream, and the third one is the rumor of the elephant dog. And you guys all chose the rumor at Shinsei Ice Cream. So you
ice
guys
cream.
have now that you guys have been given this choice by Mitama. I'm just gonna say that between now and whenever you guys meet again, like you guys can like go do stuff in between. You guys can go at Ohatsu's and eat out Ohatsu or whatever. You guys can now like talk to each other what sort of room we're gonna go after next, and you guys have chosen to go after the ice cream rumor next, which means that next up you would have to go back to Mitamas and get the full details of what exactly that rumor is, like the full text of the rumor. So like just gathering information about the rumor from Mitama, and that would be where we would like start again next time, I would assume. But here's the thing: Ohatsu said you guys can once you want to do stuff now outside of the adventure. Here's the cool part: you can actually just do stuff outside of the adventure between adventure. Like if you just tell me like, hey, between adventures we want to do this or we want to do that, we want to do this. You can just tell me what you guys want to do between adventures, and even while we're not meeting, even if we're just hanging out in our chat some other day, if you guys just tell me what you guys want to do, I can still tell you guys like, hey, you can do this and you can do that. You can still hang out between sessions if you guys want to, like as characters. But for now, this will be where I end this session. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out and have this 2 boss fights that I thought would go way faster. So yeah, thank you
What a
guys for
fucking
hanging out.
train wreck.
Yeah, thank you.